Hello, everybody, and welcome to Final Show Films. I'm John, your executive producer here, and thanks for tuning in to watch or listen to whatever it is you're about to watch or listen to. In these trying times, we really do appreciate everyone that feels that we are worth their time, and we hope that we're able to give you something entertaining to while away the time as you spend it. We particularly want to thank those of you that feel like we're worth financially contributing to, particularly our $25 and up supporters on Patreon, who are Antitonic, Drevian Alexander, Cat Waterflame, Rowan Parker, and Samantha Bates. Yes, I read that off of a list. Thank you very much for supporting us. I know that in these uncertain times, finances are tough for everybody, so that you're willing to donate to us means a lot to all of us here, and we thank you. That being said, please sit back, relax, and enjoy. And we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Gran, Terra, Shadowfront. I'm John. I'm your game master for this evening, and also in charge of a large sentient pile of soup. Joining me today, as I'm about to have to step away to get food, is... Oh, wait, people are in the wrong spot still. Weird. Apparently, I can't. My brain could not differentiate between Cody and William. William is joining us today.
Hi, I'm William, and I'm playing Valdez Stonebeard of House Stonebeard, except if we're talking Game of Thrones, she's really House Stark.
And down the line in order so I can go grab this stuff, it's going to be Mara, Jack, Nikki, Cody, Aaron, Jeremy. Go.
Sweet, I'm last.
Boy, we've been given free reign. This is too much.
Mara, you're up.
Okay.
You're up, go.
Hi, I'm Mara, and I'm playing Titania Valkorian, Eladrin Druid Princess, and clearly a Targaryen.
You're not wrong.
Yes.
Jack.
And hey, everybody, I'm Jack. I'm playing Gent Minar, half-elf spellslinger. And God, if I was going to be in a Game of Thrones house, it would probably be...
How far we get?
Tarly. House
far.
Tarly.
That makes sense. Cody was after Jack, yes?
No, Nikki was after Jack.
Nikki was after Jack. It was Nikki, Cody, Aaron, Jeremy.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. I'm playing Scuzz, your rogue, and Scuzz is definitely an Ironborn. What is dead may never die. Black Lives Matter. All right, go.
Cody.
Hi, I'm Cody. I'm playing Ithram Valar, Hobgoblin War Wizard, and smoke bombs are still explosives.
Yes, they fucking are. Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Carolina, Artificer Barbarian. I'm going with House Forrester, which is, I think, the one from the video game.
It
It is.
is. It is. Yes.
Cool. I got a Game of Thrones right.
You got a Game of Thrones right. You did it.
And Jeremy.
Hello, I am Jeremy of the House Targaryen, first of his name, roller of ones, player of disaster bisexuals with tragic backstories, and breaker of dice medians. And House Targaryen does not believe in gender reveal parties. And I am
Damn
playing
straight.
Ariel, ASMR gunslinger / rogue.
Ooh.
House Targaryen doesn't even believe in identity parties, I don't think.
This is true.
When last we left off, the group had split up for various reasons, doing various things, which included going to see Gent's family, which turned out well. And then also going
Great.
to
Fuck
see
you, man.
And then also going to see Titania's family, which turned out well.
Next,
And
we're going to go see Valdez family, and that will also
turn out
Viewers,
well.
our DM lies to you.
That's my job.
Blatantly lies to you.
My job is to lie. But more importantly than any of that, Scuzz put some stuff into a soup bowl.
That was not a soup bowl, you lie.
We've already established that.
Nuclear-powered microwave.
Scuzz put food into the Foodatron 3000, which produced a thing. And we're going to go over to the Roll20 screen where I'm going to have to rearrange everyone because I forgot to do that before we went live. Because I'm going to need Ithram and Scuzz to roll initiative against the Soup Elemental.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this.
The
Yeah.
purest D&D words ever spoken.
Yeah.
Roll initiative against the Soup Elemental.
While
Nothing strange about that sentence at all.
While I shift everybody around here. Oh god, look! You're seeing all the faces popping out!
Oh no.
Soup
This
elemental.
Is the worst.
Soup occurs on the periodic table of D&D, right in between cobblestones and wagons.
Yeah.
The wagon elemental is probably more terrifying, I'll be honest with you.
I don't want to
Soup
fight
elemental can be
I
hot.
don't want to fight a wagon elemental.
I have some
I
bad
just got
news.
turned into a cow. Can I go home?
That's from Emperor's New Groove. That's right. I'm sorry, Abe, because might die. It's what's gonna happen.
I mean, and really, wouldn't Scuzz want to go out choking to death on sentient soup?
Yes, he does. It
Does sound like the perfect way.
any goblin wants to be taken out by his favorite food. It's Scuzz really likes soup, and it's Eat-It soup. Eat-It soup.
So I have some bad news for you guys.
Oh no!
Okay.
Nikki, you're drunk. Go home.
I have
Let me
nothing
guess.
to drink.
Has the audio not been displayed?
No, the audio's been fine. I'm talking about the turn order.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh
About the
boy!
20
Oh,
Wow.
This
Oh,
will be
no.
fine.
This
fine.
is so exciting.
This is fine.
So,
This is fine.
as a reminder for how everything is, for how everything has turned out so far, last episode, while some shenanigans were happening in the backyard, Scuzz activated his beanie, which exploded into 102 swords, which did, rounded down to half because of evasion, did 36 points of damage to. So 36 being the half, 36 points of damage to Scuzz. Then they put a bunch of food into the Is It Created Fooditron 3000 and a sword, and a soup elemental came out of that, and that's where we're picking up. So it's the soup elemental's turn as it rears up out of the Fooditron. And
Do not give the soup a sword.
Scuzz made all the best rolls for everything to happen. It was great. I'm excited.
with a sword. And first it's going to roll over Ithram. Because the one thing the soup is missing is some protein. So
You got soup well.
I need you to make a strength saving throw, Ithram.
Definitely. He's a strong wizard.
He's
7.
a drunk wizard. I'm watching you.
All
You
right.
can see me.
So you are grappled.
Wait.
Okay.
I need to know. Is this? No, damn it! I can't use that. Fuck. Sometimes I can use my lucky points to help others, but
Nope.
not others. Actually, it's only me.
Only
But
you.
anyway. Damn it.
So you take.
I do have an inspiration, but I'm going to hold on to it because I want to see if this hurts.
Okay, you're going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
You are restrained and can't breathe inside the soup elemental.
Okay.
Try drinking the soup from within. Just see if you can.
And that was its action. So now it's your turn, Ithram.
Okay. I have to check something really quick.
Drinking the contents of that soup elemental just by the sheer volume of it would not be good for your stomach.
That's what he's doing right now, is drinking the contents of the soup elemental.
Also, I'm guessing that it's fairly hot.
Oh, yeah.
So,
You know,
I mean, look,
Question.
we are disaster buys here, but I have to draw a line.
right?
question. I have enough breath for like one spell.
Yeah, we'll say you held your
Sure.
breath for long enough for one spell.
Okay.
No.
Because, yeah. He's going to cast enlarge reduce on himself and make himself larger.
Yes.
Nice.
So
Okay.
big Ithram.
Cool.
So you can drink
Ithram.
more soup.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you drink the soup.
You successfully enlarge yourself. You're still grappled and restrained because it can grapple and restrain up to large creatures.
Okay. But now I have advantage on strength saving throws. So, or
Fair.
checks. So, let's see.
Ooh, you big.
Is that an action to try to break out?
Yeah, it'd be an action to try to break out.
Okay. All right. Then I don't have anything I can do as a bonus action. Other than... Yeah, no, I can't.
Begin suffocating.
So you are now less. You are now wearing this soup elemental, but it's still crushing you and suffocating you. And you now begin. Oh, what's your Constitution score? Or what's your Constitution modifier?
16.
So +3, so you can
3.
hold your breath for 3 minutes. I think is how it works.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but he just expended a lot of that for casting a spell. So.
Yeah, so you did expend some of your breath.
I have one round left.
Yeah. Okay.
If I remember correctly.
You
So
know what
that
the
makes
polar opposite of
Scuzz's
soup
turn.
that is just the perfect temperature is?
What?
Soup that it's a little bit too hot. Because when it's too hot, it's the fucking worst.
Well, yeah, because it's going inside you where it burns better and easier.
Scuzz does not like this soup thing, but he's also like, if I kill it, can I eat it? But he is going to come around.
Yes.
If he stabs the soup thing, is he going to stab Ithram?
There is a chance, yes, because Ithram is the same size as the soup thing now.
I have a wetsuit on.
Also, Ithram does not count as being in melee for purposes of your sneak attack.
No, it's fine. So yeah, Scuzz is going to.
Is that just getting some of...
What?
I'm just waiting to find out that the soup elemental has a vulnerability to straw damage.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. So Scuzz is going to. Oh yeah, he wasn't ready for this. So it's an action to pull.
Yeah, it'd be an action to yank him out.
No, Ithram's fine. I meant more taking out the weapon from the pocket dimension.
It says it on the spell. Cody, you have it.
Yeah. Yep, I do. I will
As
throw
an
it.
action, I
There you
think.
go.
I believe. Yeah, as an action, you can summon.
An action.
It's an
Up-
action to
As
summon
an
it.
action, you can summon up to 2 items from the space. So.
I don't want to take that time. So instead, he's going to throw a dagger from his bracer at I was at disadvantage. Why am I at disadvantage? That's weird.
Is you poisoned still?
No.
You shouldn't still be poisoned. No.
No. Anyway, yeah, I throw a dagger at the soup monster. Is a 15 hit him?
Yes.
Cool. He's only gonna take the 6 piercing damage. Because my sneak attack does not go through.
Can
Because
someone
I
really
don't
quick
have-
look up drowning rules for me? Tell me what page
That's
it is.
what
Just
Aaron
put
just...
them
They
down.
just got
Yeah, that's what I was just...
Preemptively.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
So yeah, I have 3
but
rounds.
they mostly don't matter because Ithram casts a spell.
Yep.
And then Scuzz is going to hide from the goopy monster. Also, go ahead and tack on so 6 points of regular damage, another 9 points of angry goblin damage. He did not like having to fight food. Like, he likes food fights, but not this kind. And as he ducks and dives away, the bolt of graves go off.
So 6 points, 6 damage. What was the other bit?
6 plus 9, so 15.
9. Okay.
And does no, I'm gonna spend a point of inspiration so I can re-roll that
All right.
bad roll. There we go. Much higher. Sweet. What What is this for?
I have no idea.
That's all the damage. So 27 points of necrotic damage to the soup monster. So all
There's an extra damage type on there for some reason.
I don't know why.
You might have a universal damage modifier applied on your character sheet.
No, I think I customized it at one point. I don't know for what reason. I know why. Because of the sword. But I don't need it anymore because we have the sword thingy now. Anyway, 15 plus 27 is 43. Yep. Wow.
Good chunk of damage.
Did it.
Damn.
Its turn.
And I bravely run away.
Bravely run away.
Yep.
Do you bravely run away?
No, yeah, he has. Because bonus action hid. So, I mean, he threw a dagger at it, so he wasn't in melee range.
Do you have anything you can hide behind right now?
The bush, the flowers, the garden.
Yeah. So you can hide behind that. So good.
He's a small boy. He's a small green goblin.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay. Wow, that was actually very low for Scuzz. 18.
Well, at the beginning of the soup elemental's turn, Ithram.
You're one level away from being able to never roll less than a 10.
Pretty much, yeah. Actually, I think I get that at level 12. Reliable talent.
I thought it was 11.
Ithram, you take 17 more points of bludgeoning damage.
I think a feat's at level 12.
And you have 2 rounds left before you suffocate to death.
Okay.
And
You're probably right.
Let's see if it can spot where Scuzz is.
Yeah, it is level 11. It's reliable talent.
It lost track of the goblin, so it rears back and slams Ithram twice because it can do that. Because it's made of mostly water.
Is it slamming itself, or is it like just?
That's like fist goes up and then punches through itself into Ithram.
It just sort of shakes, and that's the slams.
To be fair, it's made of mostly water. So is Ithram.
It shimmies.
Fair, yeah.
It's just vibing.
We are fleshy bags of mostly water.
Does an 18 hit you, Ithram?
Yes.
All right. And does a 15 hit you, Ithram?
Just.
All right.
That's not good.
For the viewers at home, it is chicken noodle soup. Ithram substituting for chicken at the moment.
I thought it was like chunky,
soup.
like chunky
Okay, so
chowder.
yeah, so this is beef stew because it's from thick.
To be fair, as much as he's probably shaking back and forth, he's also the noodle right now.
Yeah.
So 16 points of bludgeoning damage and 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
How's the concentration going?
Yeah.
Let's see.
That's 3 concentration checks from you.
Oh no!
You are currently a borscht.
Constitution saving throw. So not advantage. So 21 and 18 for the first 2.
The first 2 succeed.
14 for the second one.
Succeeds. You're still enlarged.
All right.
Actually,
Yeah,
yes, you are exactly a borscht because it's the reddest of soups.
The reddest of soups.
How you doing over there, Ithram?
I'm okay.
Oh my god!
It's fine. It's cool.
To be fair.
To be fair.
I've watched way too much Letterkenny in too short of a time.
No such thing.
No, there is when you watch the entirety of it in like 3 days.
Then you're good. It's great. Congratulations.
Hang on, sorry, I'm looking at something else real quick because I need to do a thing. Hey. So, Ithram, you sort of, through the haze of the soup, see a figure from the neighboring garden sort of like take a running jump and then leap clear over the fence, their fence, the alley between the houses, and your fence.
Are you about to get saved by the
Is
wild
it the
pride?
rose golem? Please tell me it's
It's not.
the rose golem.
Yes,
It
a
is not
tiny
gonna
rose
jump
is
like
coming to
that,
save
it's
me.
a tiny rose monk golem.
Love him. He's great.
No, as Daravan, the permanently half naked lithe elf with blonde hair and sort of like a rose crown, just clears the alley and both fences in one leap, lands, and both of you can see this long bony tail, like protruding from like his tailbone, and this sort of bestial like change to his normally fairly placid face.
He gave me the poncho. I had to remind myself.
Yes, he's the guy that made.
He gave me the poncho.
It's the guy that gave you the poncho. Yes.
He's my best friend.
He
So
also
the pig stickers are next door, yeah?
Yeah, it's the pig. On that side of the house, it's the pig stickers. On the other side of the house, it's Fishman's Hook.
Yep.
As Daravan enters the fight, because he can see your garden from his garden.
And this looked like fun.
And what he sees is terrifying.
This is fine.
Is his name Daravan or Daravaran? Because that's how it's spelled.
It's Daravaran. Daravaran.
Daravaran.
Duran.
Duran.
Oh no, that's because
Like everybody's favorite
Can't remember.
vampire hunter, Van Halen.
A 27 hits.
Something hungry like the wolf.
Exactly.
Is he a durian, like the fruit?
Well,
So
Or is
Ithram,
it gimmick for his
Ithram,
character?
this bony tail lashes through the soup elemental, dealing a decent amount of damage. Not a lot, but a decent.
It is worth saying that he does have another name, and clearly his name is Rio.
Yes.
I will
and
keep making Duran
he
Duran
is
jokes.
also
That's
going
Do
to
please
make
do.
a strength, an athletics check to yank you out of the soup.
Does he smell like he sounds?
With a 21, he yanks
Sexy?
you bodily
Probably.
out of the soup, regardless of your size.
Mm.
There's a lot of strength behind this lithe elven body you're discovering.
You keep saying this, John, and I've had caffeine. I haven't had anything to drink yet. I've had caffeine.
You could even say he has a notorious amount of strength.
Oh,
Right.
put him right there. As he yanks Ithram out of the soup
Imagining
elemental.
soup sucking sounds.
Oh yeah, just
Good thing that big thing got Ithram some liberty there.
Ithram.
Uh,
You are now no longer suffocating. You are still at 3 hit points, but you know.
yes. I
On.
have supplies for
Lord
that.
Russ.
Hit this thing. Give it a red
Yep.
carpet massacre.
Yep. So, let's see. It is.
Gonna keep going
man.
with these references.
this is great. No, this is amazing.
Thank you.
I mean, being a monk, he clearly has the reflex. And having jumped over the fence, he has a view to a kill. Okay, I'm done.
He's actually
No, keep going. Enjoy yourself.
he's actually a barbarian
Okay.
Also, the
Yeah,
reflex.
no, I know the subclass. I know the
because
subclass of
because all of
barbarian.
the pig stickers are barbarians. Every single
Oh,
one of them.
nice.
Sounds like he's a hothead.
Okay.
It just keeps going.
And one of the wild boys.
I think he was worth waiting for.
Yes.
I'm not gonna tell you all this stuff. This is hilarious. I love it.
So-
For those
Did
of you
all
that are
y'all
tuning-
take some of the Nikki juice before you came on today?
Since he tends to rage, he probably has a few careless memories.
For those of you that are
I'm
tuning
very
in,
close to just walking away because I know nothing will happen for the next
These are
5
not
minutes.
puns. They are pop culture references. It's, you yourself have said they are totally different things.
for those tuning in for the first time to our Thursday stream, this is what it's like every week.
Who do you think you are?
Yes.
Can
Listen.
I
You tapped into 80s pop. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yes, Ithram, what would you like to do
Uh,
on your turn as you're dying from a soup elemental?
yes. Rather than do the logical thing and drink a health potion, I'm gonna try to burn this thing alive with a 5th level Agonizer Scorcher.
Ooh.
Yes.
Just set the house on fire with that line.
I'm assuming I can
My
angle it.
garden.
Every angle.
Don't make the soup too hot. I can't eat it.
Ithram is perfectly viable to cast this spell. I will say, every angle that you could possibly make on this person, because of how close you are to it and because you're the same size as it, will hit the house.
Don't you fucking burn our house down on top of all
Do
of
it!
the other
Just
shit
talked
you've done
about
today.
smoke bombs and igniting things on fire.
I was just gonna make a joke, but this is a construct. It has no gender, so there's nothing to reveal. So it's just a fire.
So which
I
gender
feel like
are
this
you?
is the perfect
on
day.
fire one or the not on fire one?
Okay,
This is-
actually, then I will do this. I will cast.
Please, its gender is soup.
Yeah.
Right. That's
No,
fair.
hey, no. Its gender is fluid.
There.
Okay, now you can walk away.
Okay. So instead of fire, I will
I
cast
am
5th level magnified
transcendent.
gravity.
We lost
centered on
people
it.
watching.
People just laughed at that point.
People just left. They're like, all right.
So a 5th level magnified gravity. Why did it not go up in level?
A crap roll.
Yeah, no, that was not even the right damage. It's supposed to be an additional 3d8 for a 5th level spell. So I'll roll 3 more.
Just add it on there.
Yeah. So 17 points of damage. It has to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. Not what I was trying to do. I was trying to post the spell into the thing. Let's see.
I mean, you did the first time.
No, the spell description.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
in
'cause-
case he fails the save.
Yeah, because if it fails to save, speed is halved, and
Good. Sorry, I
Let's
accidentally
see.
opened up a PDF. We're not playing Changeling today. That was yesterday.
oh, and if it is holding the sword, or if the sword is anywhere in it, the sword is now in the ground unless it makes a strength check to pick it up.
So it rolled a 17 on its con save.
Son of a beach.
Rolled a 22 on its strength save.
Oh.
This soup isn't fucking around.
It's
Chunky soup don't fuck around.
chunky beefy soup.
And a spoon up in it.
And is it a bonus action or an action to drink a healing potion?
Bonus action for you to drink it, action for you to feed it to someone else.
Okay, then bonus action, I will drink one of the healing potions I have. So it's just a regular one, so 2d4 plus 2. Hey,
Get that.
11 hit points.
Hey, double digits.
Yeah,
Double digits.
Woo!
everything's coming up. Ithram.
All right. What's the area of magnified gravity?
Literally, it's a 10-foot radius, so it's centered on them, but it's also not. It's just until the end of their next turn, I believe, because it's not concentration.
Cool. So you cast the spell, and the
Yeah,
back
until the
door
end of
to the
the
door to
next
the
turn.
kitchen just crumples and hits the ground.
Okay.
You just accidentally.
Ooh, they're
landed
gonna be
on it.
so
What's a little bit of
mad at
light
us.
property damage?
Science?
Listen, a door can be fixed. A house fire is much harder.
It can also be
But
fixed.
it can also be fixed.
Scuzz.
Yes. Let's see. How's this thing looking?
Like soup.
Perfect.
You cannot get a read at how injured this thing is.
No, I figured. But is it up in the air now?
No, it's standing there because it succeeded the saving throw, so it didn't move.
Okay. And so Scuzz is going to pop out of his bush, just like up, and throw a dagger, as is his wont. And does a 26 hit?
Yes, 26 hits, and you do have allies in melee now, so.
Great. Then let me see if I get a critical hit on this. Nope. So yeah, that's going to be 8 plus 16.
24.
Thank you. 24 points of damage.
Yep. Anything else?
And as a bonus action, he is going to run around, say, "Hey, Duran," and then go hide behind Ithrim because he's big.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay. Wow, 17. Really? Scuzz?
You're running around throwing knives at people. I feel like not being the sneakiest possible might be okay right now.
He's literally running around, and Deravan is like, well, "What do you have there?" He's like, "A knife!" and running behind
No!
Ithrim.
All right, Soup Elemental's turn. So it rolled a 5,
Yep.
which means it recharges Whelm. Which means it now has power overwhelming. It's gonna.
What about welding?
It's gonna shift to here, and make both Deraverin and Ithrim make strength saving throws.
22.
Nice.
Not again.
You got lucky last time.
Wow. With a +8, Deraverin rolled an 11.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ow.
So Deraverin is now in the soup.
Deravan is in the sauce. Don't get lost in the sauce.
It's okay, he's raging, so it's half damage.
He rolled an
probably
11 with a +8 on advantage.
Oh right. He gets advantage on that.
Yeah.
Hang on.
That's like one of the main barbarian things.
wait.
It's when they're raging.
Never mind, he got 20, he's fine.
There you go.
Ah.
He's like, oh hell no.
Like I feel like he just stood in the soup for a minute and was like, oh wait, and then walked out the other side.
That's its action.
A split second of panic, like, oh no, I've been over what? No,
Wait,
still
no.
just soup.
You could
Still-
say that he was helped by the fact that he's out of his mind.
Yes.
A pair of as I said previously, Deraverin has this like bestial
Bony tail.
nature right now. So as the bony tail whips out, in addition to that, a pair of like fleshy tendrils with spikes on the end unfurl from his forearms, and all three of these things lash out together at the thing as he makes 3 attacks.
That's intense.
This
Well,
is
actually,
just-
we're outside in the garden, but
So a 27 hits, a 28 hits, and a 26 hits. Okay. Oh, 26, 27, 28. Nice. You don't get that too often. For
having been watching a lot of
8
Lovecraft
damage,
Country,
7
the mental
damage.
imagery that description
Right,
just gave
yeah.
me is a
Yeah.
lot different than what probably normal D&D stuff would be.
and 11.
Yep.
So 8, 7, and 11.
Yeah.
Ah,
Some
that
good
show.
shit. Yep.
Mhm.
As these three different whip-like appendages slice and pierce through the elemental. Ithram.
All right. I am going to, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out one of my iron spikes, toss it on the path behind it, and then cast catapult on it at, let's say, 3rd level.
Okay.
Why is it not asking me for the level? So takes an additional 2d8.
So roll a natural 20 on its dexterity save.
Will fuck you too. So I gotta roll 2d8.
Mhm.
It's like- So 13 points of piercing
So,
damage.
With catapult, what happens if they succeed?
They take half damage.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just it damages the first thing it hits.
Yeah, that's the question though. If they succeed, does it actually hit them?
Yeah, it
Oh,
still
wait.
hits him. Just it's a graze, I think, right?
I don't think it might not.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
looking
think
right
I think
now.
catapult is when you make the save. It gates
So,
past
choose
you.
one object weighing 1, blah, blah, blah. The object flies in a straight line up to 90 feet in the direction you choose before falling to the ground, stopping early if it impacts against a solid surface. If the object was strike a creature, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving, which means that on a successful save, it actually dodges it entirely.
Okay, so
So it dodges it entirely,
Sweet.
so high or low?
did I just break the pig sticker, one of the pig sticker windows?
Well,
Uh,
there are 2 other things between the projectile and the pig sticker's windows.
Let's say low.
So make a dexterity saving throw against your own spell.
Okay, even though I was launching it
Well,
across
you launched it.
like from here to this way.
Oh, from there to that way. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah.
I was thinking you launched it like sort of down the middle there. All right, so it would just be Deravarin that had to dodge then.
Sorry, I should have specified before.
That's fine.
Here's a
Fine,
question.
We won't hit
Does
their
catapult-
barbarian, we'll
does
hit their
catapult
window.
work against a
Remember, he
soup
has danger
elemental?
sense, probably.
Does catapult even affect a soup elemental? Because it says
You don't know.
stopping early if it impacts against a solid surface. He's a liquid surface.
Oh,
The
yeah.
viscous.
He's a non-Newtonian fluid.
Creatures are creatures.
It depends on how long he's been out of the oven because
Out of the pot.
Ah, okay.
let me tell you, it does not take long for that skin to
So,
grow
yeah.
on the outside of the soup.
No, you hit Deravarin. So just
Oh, Jesus.
the soup elemental just sort of like bubbles out of the way and just stabs into Deravarin's abs.
Oh
This is
no!
just a Looney Tunes fight.
Abs.
Yes. It's very Three Stooges here.
I've never fought an elemental before.
So, it's okay. Last night was pretty Three Stooges too.
Anything else on your turn, Herm?
I don't think I can do anything else as a bonus action. I will. Let's see. I'll scoot over to this side. I'll start crowding the bushes, stepping on some of them.
All right. Scuzz.
Yeah, I'm going to throw another dagger at it. I don't want to get close to that thing. It'll soup me up.
You are in melee with it. You just want to stab it instead of throwing?
No, I like throwing it because that means I don't have to get close to it.
You're already close to it, though.
I don't want to be. Fine, he'll just stab it. It's the same roll anyway. 9 piercing. He's not going to use his sneak attack though, because.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's going to bonus action disengage,
Okay.
run away from it, and then bolt to the grave. You better send that. Yeah, 21 points of damage.
So
Because I believe a 24 does hit.
these bolts of necrotic energy smash into it, sort of like, Macross missile barrage style. And it sort of bubbles for a second, and then explodes, splattering hot soup all over all three of you and the back half of the house. And the kitchen.
Back ass half of the house.
I was gonna say, and well into the kitchen because there's no door there
Yeah.
anymore, right?
Just on this right here. Just
Right,
this
yeah.
this table is just fucking covered in grime now.
Yeah.
Up to the door, which was closed. And there's
I
some.
want to
looking
point
out
out
through
that
the door.
like only 2 of the retainers left to go and look in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Rifftop. Tilra
I'm
is still
assuming
around.
they're trying to stay away from the obvious combat, but
That kitchen is going to have a tacky floor for a few weeks. I'm sorry.
I mean, I feel like that's gonna depend on how hungry Scuzz gets at night.
I mean, even when it's like when you clean up a spill, there's still that like foot stick that just won't go away.
Yep.
maybe if
Anyway.
someone took prestidigitation, it wouldn't be a problem.
I have
wouldn't be.
prestidigitation.
Yeah, but you bleed out every time you use it.
I bleed it out to get cleaner. I can do it all
my
day.
God.
And thus, if you do it, we will instead have a floor that is sticky with blood residue.
So, as Skuz and Ithrim and Daravaran realize that the golem is dead and they are all three covered in soup, we cut back, both spatially and in time, to the Valkorian estate, where everyone else is, and where Titania's mother has just said she's very happy for Titania. In her very usual, you can't really tell if she's being serious or not, because she sounds like she's sort of like a mid-level boss that's just sort of observing your work. Before she walks back into the house. And Pellerin looks at the group of you, still holding your baby sister, Titania. Well, I think that went well.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess we should be heading back too. We've got some things to do, but this was lovely. Thank you for having us. The tea was delicious.
I brewed it myself.
It's really good.
Please feel free to
Shall
stop by
we?
anytime. And he sort of looks over at Gent. And if you ever need anything, let us know.
Thank you.
Right. Safe journeys. And the group of you
Bye.
say your goodbyes, get up and leave.
I'm correct that we hadn't actually arrived there yet, so we're probably coming up as they.
No, you
No,
guys.
you had.
No,
had
you
been
guys-
Oh, we
sitting
had.
had-
there.
Okay.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
guys had arrived.
I
and
couldn't
then
remember if we
Titania's-
had or not.
Titania's mom had gestured for you to sit
Caroline
down.
was like sitting awkwardly in the background.
That's right.
I
That's
was
right. That's
sitting
right.
at the table, being the only one who succeeded my insight check to realize that your mom loves you.
No, Ariel had also realized that. You just,
Yes.
both of you
It was
are
the two
not
of you
able
were the
to.
only ones that were realized it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Anyways, we should probably take an air cab back because we have dice this afternoon.
Probably wise.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And get a message to my mother.
Yes.
Wise.
And Gent's gonna start writing a letter as we get into the air cab that
Oh,
he'll mail once we get back down to Genty's.
I had a
Um,
thought, by the way.
I'll lean over to Valdeth, probably. Should we perhaps arrange a job that will take us to insert the name of the city Gent's mom is staying in?
Ilhanador.
To Ilhanador soon?
A few of us have business in Ilhanador. If we can't find a job, we'll probably just take the trip, honestly. But we can see if there's a job that'll take us there.
I was thinking too, can't we get like I think there's spell crystals or scrolls or things that can let you do sending? I can't do that spell, and I never.
It is certainly a common spell. We can ask Ithram, and we can also probably requisition magical items that are relevant to it. So taking the cab home.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you pay the 2 gold per person fee for the air cab. Easily enough, since you're all filthy rich right now.
Pretty much.
Yep.
And as you're flying over the mercenary yards, you see something weird. One of the houses is covered in some sort of orange and green liquid from the backside forward. And also there's like 100 and some odd swords stuck into the sides of it.
I would like to look
Valdeth
closer with my
recognizes that
ridiculous
house.
amounts of
I was gonna say,
perception.
You don't need to make... You
Can
don't,
we recognize?
none of you need to make rolls. You recognize your own house.
What I think is
I want to try and
happening
pick up more details.
better
so...
not be happening.
Give me a perception check, Jeremy.
Perception? Okay.
Gent rips out another page from his journal, balls it up,
30.
and throws it out of the air cab. This is probably the 4th time he's done this.
You see 3 figures in the backyard covered in soup.
What in the...
You're going to get fined
hell?
for littering, Gent.
It looks like some cooking experiment is blown up. And when I
Sorry,
mean
what?
blown up, I mean that literally.
Is that our house?
That is our house.
Oh,
And there are
gods.
definitely Scuzz, definitely Ithram, and I'm not quite sure who the other one is.
I think that's one of the pig stickers.
Is it?
It's hard to tell
But-
when he's covered in soup.
He's got no shirt on.
Yeah, see.
Yeah,
like,
but no shirt has been replaced by soup.
yeah. I imagine even with like a 30, I wouldn't recognize one of our random names.
No.
And somebody else, and it looks like the only explanation I could come up with from here is like they decided to mix and create some new version of soup spiced with black powder and
This
stirred with our swords.
this is a goblin ginger reveal party. The ginger is soup.
Why are there so many swords? We don't have that many swords.
I don't know.
Now you do.
Now you
now.
do.
I do now.
But you know what, Valdez? I am very excited to go down and inquire as to how we acquired this many swords.
I think Tiller is going to kill them.
So you land.
He has to catch Scuzz first. No.
In the backyard, Daravaran...
Never underestimate a matronly dwarf.
In the
Oh, he's scared. He's so scared.
in the backyard, Daravaran is like sort of shakes, and the soup doesn't come off completely. I need to go do laundry, and he just sort of wanders over towards the fence, grabs it, and just
And maybe a bath.
leaps himself over the alley again, leaving a trail of soup as it drips off of him.
Has the wait. Scuzz runs over and like goblin boop 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 up the wall, parkours up the wall. He's like, I can clean that.
Trailing more soup as you go.
He gets to sit on the top and he does cast prestidigitation on his best friend Duran.
So you then make a
Let me roll
Constitution
this
saving
roll.
throw.
Yeah.
I want to
love
point out you're
this.
now at the top of a fence.
Yes.
And about to take a
a
level of
20.
exhaustion.
You succeeded casting it, and
Yes.
you have now cast it enough that you no longer need to make Constitution saving throws in order to cast Prestidigitation.
Hey, but I still take.
You still take a level of
3
exhaustion
points.
and 3 points of damage.
Oh, bloody now Scuzz is just dripping down the other side of the fence.
Eh,
Are we at the
Blood and
door yet?
soup.
yeah, and you guys land at the door. The air cap lets you out.
Thanks,
Carolyn,
Duran.
That's the newest. That's
No.
the newest. That's the newest
No.
season of Spartacus, right? Blood and Soup.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it's the
No.
sequel spin-off of Blood and Chocolate.
Tilra opens the door, which
no
wasn't
one knows
locked.
that book.
And she just points towards the kitchen and doesn't say a word.
It's because I
We'll
believe
have it
the
cleaned up
others are home.
shortly. I'm very sorry.
Oh, great. we need
Just
help cleaning
walks
up.
Fast.
There is soup pooling underneath the door to the kitchen.
Which is off
I'm
its
not
hinges,
going-
right?
No,
It's gone.
this door is fine. This is the inside door.
the interior door. The interior door. Okay.
I am.
I'm
Not going
assuming
in
we
there.
keep the cleaning stuff like next to the kitchen, so I'm grabbing the mop and the broom and whatever.
Jeremy.
I am not going in there. Some ingredients of soup does not come out of clothing, and I'm sorry, that is not a sacrifice I am willing to make for any of you. And I just turn around and I head towards my room.
Carolina will sort of look around, realize that she's still dressed for a formal occasion. Fair point. Strips off the shirt, throws it over a chair.
Love it.
So Ithram,
Cultureless.
Ithram and Scuzz, you can hear people maneuvering around inside the house.
So when I go back to being normal size, does the equivalent amount just slough off of him, and then
Oh
but
yeah,
he's still covered?
yeah. There's now more
so
soup on
there's
the
just an
ground than there
additional
was
deluge as he
previously. Yeah.
shrinks back down.
You hear the sound of like
Going
He'll
around
make
the
sure to do that
outside.
over.
from there's enough of
Tell
it
me.
that from inside the house you can all hear the sound of like a thick waterfall of soup pouring into the garden.
He'll,
Oh,
he'll
I
do it
went
over on
around.
the far corner so
To
that
the
it
garden.
doesn't go into the
So you
kitchen.
open the kitchen door. The
I have an
entire
idea.
right-hand side of the kitchen is just coated in orange, green, and brown soup. And the far door has been crumpled into a pile of broken wood.
I'm going into the garden.
You just walk into the garden.
Is
You're
soup a good fertilizer?
No. Your
Damn
your
it.
feet are now it's sort of up to like your ankles as you walk through the soup.
Yeah, I'm lifting up the skirt. Okay.
There
And-
better be a very good explanation for this, and that explanation better involve something attacking us completely unprompted and because of some greater conspiracy.
And as whoever's going out to the back gets out to the back, there is Scuzz and Ithram, both covered in soup. The third figure is gone now. There is a trail of soup into the alleyway. And the Foodatron 3000, immaculately clean in the middle of this whole thing. Also, a bunch of swords.
Oh, is it
sticking out
still
of
working?
Yeah, it's still like functioning. And the
Aldeth starts collecting the swords.
and 102
Welcome
swords
back.
stuck in at various
Hi, guys.
levels of the wall. It's not just on the first level. It's
And
like
it's
someone
guys.
just like upended a bucket
We
of
were
swords
gone
point first.
for 2 hours dealing
Yes.
with a massacre and a family gathering. What
What?
happened?
What massacre? Why did you not call us?
Different situation. What did happen here?
My Papella beanie exploded, and then the Foodatron exploded. We fought a soup.
Are you okay?
For the
Uh,
most part, yeah.
I'm hurt, but that was from the swords, not the soup.
They are both. You can't tell that they're both bleeding because they're covered in too much soup. Actually,
You fought a soup.
Yes, this machine here turns out that if the
Don't-
enchantment is not 100% done yet, there is a chance that the construct will emerge primarily made out of the food you tried to make out of it.
But we
With
wrote it
a
down.
0 on her
Going to write it
wisdom
down.
save, Carolina rages, causing more property damage. Actually, no.
I'm glad I'm 15 feet away.
No more property damage. Just your sword suddenly engulfs in shadow.
Yeah, there's just a lot of shadows leaking off of Carolina.
But I know it looks bad, but now we got swords that we can sell or make into a really big sword. And I know how to get rid of all this soup, but it'll take me like
Valdeth, make the
an hour.
smithing tools check with your wisdom score.
Sure, how shitty are these swords?
Paper mache.
I got a bunch of paper cuts.
That's a terrible roll. I'm gonna use my inspiration. I want to know how shitty these swords are.
Know.
You can
How
also
these
apply your
swords
stone cutting
be.
to this roll.
This is just foam
Cool.
wrapped in duct tape.
23. Stone cutting would just give me expertise, so yeah, I already have that from my
Right, yeah.
my practice expert.
You go over to one of these swords that's stuck in the house. And you tilt your head slightly. You reach onto your tool belt and you grab a hammer. And you just sort of tap the sword. And it crumbles. These are all made of stone. And they're
Giant soldier of stone, attack the house!
all made of stone. And they took enough structural damage from hitting the house that basically none of them will hold up past one hit.
So they're catapult
You
ammunition.
realize that we were thinking about moving. We're now going to have to pay the landlord repair bills.
Can I decompose the soup?
Yes, you can.
Oh no!
Do not do
No!
that.
Wait, Titania.
It does. Yeah.
Do you want to see like 25 goblin dogs eat a bunch of soup? Damn it, I thought you would actually be really into that. Never mind.
It might be okay.
I could get Ma over here too.
It's all over, and my garden.
You'd be
And
surprised.
my obstacle course.
That's
It's a
what
great
that
obstacle
Is
course.
now
It was
more
very fun.
difficult.
It
Yes.
was. It is now
There
A
pretty much
hazard. Honestly, it's a
destroyed.
hazard.
there are swords sticking out of it, and the mushroom shack too.
Could I
Yeah.
use shape water to just start sloughing its stuff off of
Yeah.
things and just onto the ground?
you
All
go.
right,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
start
you
doing that.
Yeah.
Shape
And
water
with
to
the
move it.
illusionist bracers, it's even faster because you can
Yeah.
just go bam, 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 bam.
Shape
And
soup.
decompose. it
Question.
just,
Yes.
Yeah.
Are there any windows on the second floor out to the garden?
Yes.
I go into one of the rooms that is a window. that has a
Titania's and Cathian's.
I go into Titania's room. Absolutely. Is the window broken?
Not only are there 3 swords on the other side of Titania's room, the area where Titania's bed is covered in soup.
I just stick my head out. Titania, dear,
yeah.
you see how I didn't open a window? And we're talking, and my head is outside and not inside?
Sure.
I had a very similar experience. You hear Cathian's voice, and you look up and over to his broken window, where he is covered in soup.
Scuzz is going to be so grounded.
Titania, I have
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
very-
you're fucking grounded.
I have some very unfortunate news about the condition of your room.
So you'll be giving me yours. Thank you.
How fucking entitled are you? I realize that you're a princess, but goddamn.
There's a moment where Ariel's like, I didn't even need to say it. Somebody said it for me.
You sleep
That was
someplace
fully
else
in
sometimes anyway,
character,
so
yeah.
You have, Titania, you have 2 partners in this house. Pick one of theirs.
yeah. But
And I turn around and I walk away from the window.
Apologies, Kathy and Titania.
Thanks.
I am really sorry. I didn't know science That's a lie. I knew the science could have definitely exploded, but the house is still standing.
You hear something break and collapse inside the house.
Uh-oh.
I don't appreciate you, John, at all.
I'll look over to Valdeth, who gets to make these decisions, and maybe we should impose some restrictions on is it experimentation within our rental house that we are going to need to finance the repairs of.
Probably yes. I didn't.
You
think
see why I sometimes hate magic.
I didn't think that needed to be stated, but apparently it does.
You have an is it family goblin. You need to say that explicitly. Also, gestures in Gant and Ithram's direction. Wizards.
Ent is nowhere in sight.
Yeah, so you're just gesturing at Ithram.
I
well,
mean,
I'm
at
gesturing
this
back
moment,
towards the house and towards Ithram.
to be fair,
because-
at this moment,
Eh.
that is the appropriate direction to wave at regarding wizard
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah,
Uh,
we'll admit, did not expect the construct to come out of that. I did expect an explosion, just not one that crawled out.
you expected an explosion, and yet you still did it in our backyard.
I didn't expect it to be that large.
That's what she said. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know where else to do these experiments. I don't have a.
It's okay.
We
the
did
soup will come out.
almost do it in the Oh man, why did Nikki just forget
Workshop.
the word for the workshop? Thank you. We did almost do it in the workshop, but we knew that the mess in there would be much harder to clean up. Again, that is what she said.
Am I incorrect in the assumption that not only does the Is It have specific experimentation grounds, but also the training yards exist?
Both of those things are true, yes. Though the Is It experimentation grounds are in the Is It college, so you have to. It's a thing.
I mean, well, for one, the Is It have experimentation grounds, but if you don't want to go all the way up there, there's the fucking training yards here in Genties.
I'm gonna.
Whenever anything might explode.
Though, if 102 swords exploded in the training yard, you'd probably have bigger problems than just having to prepare your house.
Also, casualties.
Points.
I'm gonna start because I can do mending now.
Or like outside the city if you're worried the explosion is going to hurt people.
We
think
didn't know. I genuinely did not know that putting in a sword and various food items would result in a Goliath.
I'm sorry, you did what?
I didn't see the sword get pulled in.
We
That
had
was
to
John, couple things in chat
experiment.
for you.
Yeah, no, I
This
saw.
is the problem with
Okay, good.
magic. Magic makes people think that doing this shit is a good idea.
It's science.
So the thing makes things out of the ingredients you put into it. What did you think it was going to make with a sword?
Well, I don't know. That's why we
A
had
very-
to experiment.
A very quiet and yet eminently listenable feminine dwarven voice comes from the other side of the kitchen. I would appreciate it if any of you would like to eat dinner tonight, that you clean up your mess.
Absolutely.
I mean, I am currently doing
You
that, but-
get the feeling that was more to like arguing is not cleaning, but without saying that.
Hey, I'm a barbarian. Being angry while doing things is legitimately a skill set that I have.
Being angry and cleaning is I clean because of spite.
So, the group of you begin cleaning up the soup and the holes.
Damn it.
Ithram will go in the kitchen and start shape water and just funnel it all outside into the garden. We can dig a pit in the ground.
And yeah, Titania, mending will fix the holes.
Yep.
It will not fix the door.
It won't.
No.
I will
Okay.
start fixing
As
the
a
door. with
Valdez
my,
can fix the door being a smith.
Yeah,
I think it was
that's fair.
crumbled, right?
Yeah, like you crunched
I
it.
will go buy.
Okay.
Okay.
I will go buy a new door. That was mine.
And then eventually, once I've done what I can, I'm gonna go try and find Ghent.
So it takes you a few hours to clean up. Get, would you be back by that point?
If he could find what he was looking for,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I assume he would be hiring a wagon at wherever he made his
Yeah,
purchase.
you basically hire out people to bring it out, and they said they'd bring it out over in a few
Mhm.
hours, basically, once they put it all together.
Okay, all right.
It
Sounds good,
cost you
yeah.
about-
He'll give him the address.
It cost you about
What, 30 gold?
25 gold.
25. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, he'll come back after that.
And I will also help clean up Kathy and Titania's rooms.
Yeah.
Not mine. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. It will start to smell of rot, and it will get the rest of the house disgusting.
Well, given the amount of time that it probably took Gent to go and come back, and that you guys were started in the garden, right about now is when chopped up pieces of Titania's bed start getting thrown out the window into the garden.
Carolina will catch them and be like, "You need to announce that."
Rock.
Thanks.
But yeah, you managed to clean up and patch up. It's a lot of elbow grease, but by the time you're done, two things are at the door. One, a bed on a wagon. Two, a drow elf wearing a Geist uniform and a cloak.
Yeah, that's what I remembered right when we were in the air cab.
And as we're cleaning, so is anybody going to tell us what massacre? Carolina said
No.
something before.
Not right now.
No.
My place to say.
Official things first. And I'm generally gesturing all of the people who were actually involved into like the sitting room. And closing behind me the door to the soup disaster.
By this point, it's cleaned up.
Yeah.
How much does a new door cost?
10 gold.
10 gold? All right.
Someone goes out to buy a new door.
Gent is giving out tips to a couple of workmen who have just made a delivery.
Yeah. The guy waits for people to let her in.
Valeth will let her in if nothing else.
Yeah,
I've changed
no, letting
into
her
my
in.
functional but nice clothes.
As a reminder, this is... Where is her name?
Is it the same one that was up in
Yeah, it's
tier 2?
It's the same one that you guys met at the house.
That would be Geist Amari?
Yes.
Amari? I don't remember where the enunciation worked,
Amauri. Yeah.
but- What? Yeah.
Amari.
Okay.
Amari. Amari steps in. Well, we just need to get a few statements from those of you that were there before we can close out the results of this investigation. Looks over at Ghent. We'll need you to report to Geist headquarters in 2 days' time to receive a full printout of the investigation and also the remains of your grandfather's will.
I'm sorry, what? He left. Oh, of course he had something on file. Yes. No, absolutely.
She sort of looks at you and says nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not information that she's allowed to disclose in front of people that aren't you.
Day after tomorrow, then?
Yes.
Eva.
Geist headquarters in day.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And then she will just very briefly take statements from the group of you. Is there anything anyone is leaving out?
No.
No.
Trying to think if there was anything that we did not
Gent would not make direct reference to the fact that Adarin had a secret workshop, just that we were stopping by to check on my niece, who I hadn't heard on in a while.
Okay.
Hadn't heard from for a while. But yeah, that would be the only thing.
Yeah, Titania's
If
just-
questioned, Carolina would definitely include that there is another surviving family member in Ilhanador, but
Titania will just take her cue from everyone else.
So the interviews basically, Amari pulls you all into a separate room and talks to you one-on-one. So you don't really have cues from everyone else to take to Tanya.
Dang it! It's real vague then.
Right.
We went in.
Guessing probably either the armory or the workshop, one
Yeah,
of the two.
probably the armory.
Okay.
There was blood everywhere.
Well, to be fair, most people did. I think most of the group didn't even see it.
Yeah, no, most of us made it to
Titania
the
is
door,
one of the
to
ones that
to the
did.
closed door.
how actively
Yeah, no,
evasive
Titania
is
did.
Titania being?
She's trying to keep it vague because she doesn't know how much people want to be known, and
That's
she's
fine.
not real.
You don't have to make a roll. I'm just trying to get an amount of information you're giving.
Yeah.
Right.
She's given the basics of like what she thinks would have been seen.
And then after talking with all of you, she gives Gent one more commiseration and leaves. During all of that, a pair of fairly burly orcs were disassembling and reassembling a four-poster mushroom-based bed into Titania, out from the outside into Titania's room.
Love it.
And after
It's got kind of a diaphanous canopy over top of it, you know.
after about a half an hour, all extraneous parties are
There's
gone.
definitely another Smonarchy comment about spoiled princesses.
After about a half an hour, all the extraneous company is gone. Tilra is trying to put back together the shelf that fell down, which was the cracking and falling sound you guys heard in the kitchen.
Now, mending might work on that.
Mending could work on that, but Tilra seems to have just picked this as a task for her, so she doesn't yell at anybody.
I'll leave
Yell's a
that one
weird way to
alone.
say strangle.
Strangling is involved in yelling.
Yep.
But yeah, you guys are once again alone in the house that still smells vaguely of soup.
We should explain.
That's up to
Who
you,
wants
Gent.
to?
If you want that to be shared, that's
Yes, that's not.
It's fine if it's shared. I wasn't there to see any of it, so Ariel, I think you had better take point on that.
I don't think. I don't think any of these specific details that were in there are unnecessary to be explained. I think the overview is probably best. And if you would like, I
My
can
uncle,
do
who
that.
implicated and manipulated me into helping him summon demons at one point, came back and killed the rest of my family that he could find, including, and Adarin was a casualty in that.
You get the sense that from his letter, he already knows where your mom is, and was actually thankful for you for getting her there.
Ithram just kind
Tanya,
of
if you could contact your grandparents, and if they could find it within the goodness of their hearts to use whatever influence they have in that city to make sure that my mother is safe.
Yeah.
I can't leave town for 2 days, but
Yeah, I could go. I don't have sending, but I can
we'll. All right. Yeah. I'll.
go and
How much do you need?
I've got gold. It's okay.
Oh, also, Gent, when you put the letter in the box, a wooden thumb on a spring just sort of popped out to indicate that it was received.
Okay. Cool.
Because it can't rocket it over, because it can't rocket over
Right.
on a door, but
Right.
That's how
But
you
it's
know
at
the
least
letter is
on its
working.
way. Right. Yep. Mhm.
Boing.
Goblin engineering at its finest.
That's not goblin. That's just Ease-It. There are a lot of goblins in the Ease-It, though.
That's definitely Warcraft goblin engineering.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you came home to soup after that happened.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Is there anything
That
that you
did-
need from us?
I mean, at some point, I need to hunt down my uncle and make sure that reality asserts itself on him in as just a way as possible.
But
You
I'm
mean
already
reality as a
here.
bullet,
You hear in the
or-
back of your head, Gent. No one else hears that, just Gent.
Mhm.
That is something that I
Does he
have
actually
made a
give
habit of being able to do.
Does Gent actually give that facial expression? Because I don't think Valdez has looked away from him yet.
Oh yeah, no, he'll.
Okay,
He's been
making.
he's been making those sort of faces pretty much since the mansion.
You all right? I mean, that's a stupid question to ask, but
I'm managing.
Scuzz and
If
Ariel.
things start to get frayed, I'll let you know, though.
Gent is definitely reacted to a sound neither one of you heard.
Scuzz doesn't even like notice like a sound. Just like Ithrim is upset. Not Ithrim, excuse me. Gent is upset more so than he is probably saying.
I let it go for this particular instant.
Reality
doesn't.
asserts itself
Brought
as
up
an
by-
odd way. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
fine. Scuzz just wants to
Real-
pat Gint's hands. That's all I wanted to say. I'm sorry. I want to pat.
Fine. Go ahead. What was Scuzz doing?
Just patting Gint's hand, just being like, I'm sorry. Making note that he noticed. But go ahead.
Reality asserts itself is an odd way to describe all of an aside, which is a word. It's probably not pronounced like that because I've never actually heard it
Right,
said.
but uncle murder, yeah. Mhm.
Uncle murder.
Yeah.
I mean, there are other ways.
There's a long history of murdering uncles.
It's certainly an option.
I think I might be able
avuncular
to
side.
I can start looking if you want.
I think I can scry on him. Maybe.
Doesn't I mean
whatever resources are at our disposal.
Do you think it'll work? In the back of Gent's head again.
And we'll see what we can find.
Okay. But I'll get news out. Do we need to do anything else for it? It's like noon, right? Or a little. It's in the afternoon.
It
this point?
is at this point. Yeah, it's like 5 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
Well, the world is still threatened by a fragment of Eidos, but
yeah.
Yes, when's that
family
off gonna
takes
get-
priority, I think.
There's a knock at the door, and the sound of paper slipping under the door.
Valdez goes,
I'll
the
check.
paper. Or Carolina does, whichever one gets there first.
Carolina is
I'm gonna
faster.
check because I have hit points.
Carolina is functionally faster than you, Valdez.
Yeah.
You go over. There's a slip of paper that has the seal of the Argall Trading Company,
I'll open it.
and within it, it suggests that the Steelhearts are invited to the auction tomorrow night. Gives an address, which it would be an indication of
On
your
that
being
note-
hired.
Yeah, to be subtle guards.
Yep.
On that note, we have a job that is gonna become that we still need to figure out what we're actually doing in relation to. And paper gets folded up and javelin to Valdeth.
Catch. Open. All right.
As a reminder, this is the job interview where Titania said out loud, Soulstone.
Stone.
We remember.
All right.
Like it was yesterday.
It was 5 hours
Honestly-
ago.
Right.
Honestly, I am. My best plan at the moment is to go there and actually do the job and just keep an eye on this soulstone if it is up for auction, and see who buys it, and see what we can trail from there. Because I do not want to make an enemy of the Argyle Trading Company by trying
No.
to take it from them during their auction.
We absolutely.
That
do
was
not.
my vote as well. Yeah.
That is a good plan.
I agree.
Yes.
In the back
And
of Carolina's
If
head,
someone
there's
else
just,
tries to
why
steal
did
this,
everyone get mad about it when I said that was the plan?
and if someone tries to steal the soulstone, then we intervene.
Right.
Or we let them steal it and tail them.
Yeah,
Depending on who.
intervention as necessary.
If they manage to get away with it by dint of sheer luck, wonderful. We let it happen and we chase them. If they're simply that competent that they can get through all of these defenses, they're not somebody that we want having this.
In which
We
case
want-
you would
we want-
definitely want to intervene.
We want the security of the moons of the person holding it to go, and difficulty in acquiring it to go down, not up.
Yeah. We also are hoping that whoever buys it doesn't have a use for it.
That as well.
I've known many a noble with far too much money on their hands to want to purchase fabulously dangerous jewelry.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Best odds, that is why someone's buying it.
Well, I'm going to leave the planning to you. I'm going to go lay down for an hour or two, I think.
Let me know if you need me for anything.
Thank you.
Before, really quick, again, before you do that, no, I'm certainly not going to keep you from that. You obviously, it'll do you some good. But could you? I had something in the workshop. I wanted to get your input on.
All right.
I'm gonna go out shopping and get some sending things.
In the back of your
Thank you.
in the back of your head, Gent, you just hear your uncle's voice. They know.
And Gent will step into the workshop.
Yep. I go in, shut the door.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
What are you hearing?
Well, now I don't even need to take the nap. All right, fine.
You are.
And Gent's
I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know this, but you are talking to somebody who has a fair amount of experience of hearing things that other people do not. I am.
Hmm.
I tend to have experience knowing what those reactions are like.
all right. Well, and Gent's gonna look around the workshop and see if he just whatever the most reflective material he can find is. If there's like a small mirror
Yeah.
or a highly polished piece of metal or something.
Easily a few mirrors.
Okay. He's just gonna grab a stool,
Was that
drag it
time-
over to a
It was
corner.
that time when you were trying to think of how you could bounce the light, the rays of the sun enough times to focus it into a laser beam.
Mhm, yeah.
So you have all these mirrors.
Props a mirror up in the corner and sits down and just looks at it. Uncle?
No response.
No. Maybe he's just a bit shy coming out in front of company.
You're hearing the
Mhm.
person behind all of this.
Yes.
All right. That's less than ideal, all things considered, but not a problem.
I don't know if it's magic or stress or
You
even if it's
feel
actually him.
you feel the pressure of somebody's hand on your shoulder again.
Esme,
Hmm. There
Yes?
we are.
can you take a look at Gent's ether and tell me what you see?
You'll have to hold him.
Fine.
Give him a hug. Sorry.
We're going to take a look at you.
All right.
Skin to skin contact.
Don't enjoy it that much, Esme. So
Please tell
I
me
will
Ariel
do
comes over and
whatever
does the
has to be
Vulcan
done.
mind meld on the face.
Right.
And Two-Face.
Yeah, it's just like a full body, like
I
short
said,
arm,
yeah, it's like palm on face, just.
Like, you're no fun. And you feel this warmth radiating down your arm and hand, and again you feel this warmth radiating from Ariel's hand. After a few moments, there's something mixed in with his ether. It's probably some sort of magical trap that he tripped when he entered the house again. It's like a curse. Probably get rid of it the same way.
we need to get it removed somehow then.
Yeah. I can't tell what it's
not,
doing.
It's not just... Very well. I have good news for you, Kent. You're not losing your mind.
Good. It's kind of the only thing I've got going for me some days.
Only some days. The voice in the back of your head.
Oh, that was Gent's voice, not Esme's voice.
Yeah.
No,
I was going, Esme, that's not really appropriate at this very moment.
I'm trying to
First
pitch
of all-
Alfinbar's voice down and Esme's up.
No, it's
Modulate a
fine.
little bit there.
To be fair, since when has Esme given a shit about what's appropriate?
Point.
We need to get... There's something lingering over. My guess would be that it is establishing some sort of a connection. We need to examine that connection before we just do away with it.
Eliminate it.
Which I'm
yes.
fairly sure we can do away with it with a minimum of fuss.
All right.
Hello, Gent's uncle. I'm going to enjoy hunting you down.
I don't know if it's a two-way
But-
thing, Esme says in the back of your head. I think it's just... It feels like it's like a bear trap just clinging on to him.
That's fair. I'm not just doing that. Obviously, this is not outward speak.
Yeah.
I'm not just doing that. I'm not just saying that for me. I'm saying it for him. But we need to take a look at it. Esme does not necessarily believe that it is two-way. It could just be some lingering effect. But we should make sure and see if we can get any use out of it before
Uncle
we
is smart and
get rid of it.
sadistic. I would be rather surprised if he had done something spiteful that could also be used against him, but it's better to have a look and find out rather than...
Yes. So we need somebody who can examine this sort of thing a little bit better than I can.
Mhm.
We were just there earlier today.
Or
I know that...
any number of temples.
Right.
Or, temples is what I was thinking, but it would also be worth it's too bad it's too bad we don't have any magic users in the house who can cast detect magic and things like that. And somebody who is particularly good at ferreting out and examining and occasionally undoing magical effects as well.
Yes,
That said,
we'll have-
that's on
we'll-
you whether you want how many people in this house you want to know.
Hmm. You can see Gent starting to go down a list of people. Carolina, obviously. Ithram.
If you want.
Honestly, it is what it is, and if we get into a situation, I'd rather have people aware of that there might be something affecting me so they can be prepared for it rather than otherwise.
Very well.
So yes, the only person I could think of that might not need to know at some point along the line would be Scuzz, but I don't want him thinking I'm working at 100% when I might only be at 70 or so.
And is there
So,
really
yes.
any? Well, there is possibly a may not need to know. Is there really any harm in that, anyways?
Right.
All right. Hopefully, they haven't all wandered away yet.
Well, we'll just let anybody who's still here know, and we can work our way
Yes.
up the chain.
Valdez
from
is
there, I
literally
guess.
sitting like in the living room, just sort of watching the door to the workshop.
With that, we're going to go on a quick break. If you're watching on Twitch,
Hey.
please stay tuned for these commercial messages. We'll be back in a few minutes. If you need to stretch your legs, use your bathroom, whatever you need to. We're back in a bit.
Bye.
We're back.
All the bisexuals on the stream have disadvantage because it's bio-awareness. Sorry.
Disadvantage
Only on
stealth checks.
stealth
Only on
checks
stealth.
and only if your character is
Sleight of
hot.
hand.
Also,
Oh, that's
No, it's the
unfortunate for
player,
Valdez.
sorry.
It's not like she's wearing full plate already.
It seeps into all of your characters. All 46
It's my
of
birthday, so I decide that I don't.
there you go.
Woo! Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey, look, it happened.
And
on
you're
the stream.
super aware today because it's your birthday.
Anyways,
So yeah, Gent just pounds the door of the workshop open. Whoever's in the sitting room there, he's just like,
There's
I'm
a-
cursed.
there
It's
is.
Valdez.
So
And
yeah,
Ithram.
Yeah, Caroline is probably still
you
there.
slam the door open and you yell, "I'm cursed!" And then there's a crack. There's a cracking sound from the kitchen and swearing in Dwarvish. And then a very quiet voice.
I'm sorry.
Please don't slam any more doors today.
You're
I'm not a big fan of Jerry Morrison music.
And I'm going to use my magical eyes of detect magic.
All right. You use detect magic. There is a continuous necromantic effect on Ghent.
Oh yeah, you're cursed, huh? Everyone else get around here just in case.
I can get
Looking.
rid of that. I come over. Yeah.
Am I cursed?
Nobody
It would
else.
be
is-
best.
No, but you still have a necromantic aura because that's just your aether.
That's
It would
fine.
be best, I believe, if we can determine a little bit more about it and see if it can
Yeah,
potentially
absolutely.
be used
I
in,
just want to
in
make sure it's
tracking tracing.
exclusively on Ghent before
Fair.
we dig into anything else.
Nobody else seems to have the same kind of aura.
Okay.
We can
Looking
test.
at it more carefully, watching it move.
Make an Arcana check.
I'm using my dubious knowledge.
While Carolina is scrutinizing Gent's Aether, Ithram will begin casting Identify.
Right.
On Gent.
Yeah.
That was kind of a shit roll, but
With a 19, you can't tell anything different about it.
okay.
It seems like a fairly standard curse. Something you need a more like in-depth diagnostic tool like Identify or something like that to get more information than that. Really.
Oh, well then I'll start casting Identify.
As Ithram
I'm
is also
gonna
casting
cast it with my
Identify.
spell slot.
Ithram, were
So-
you ritual casting or were you just regular casting?
Just regular.
Yeah, so you can tell Ithram is already casting Identify for what that's
Okay.
worth.
Yeah. Because he doesn't have detect magic. So
There.
Ithram, you cast Identify.
Yeah, I'll let
Yep.
room cast.
So this is a fairly powerful curse. This would be a curse you would equivocate it to a 9th level spell based on its power. You can tell it seems very specifically designed to affect Gent's mental state. So you just based on what Identify is telling you, you imagine that he's not going to get a lot of rest while he sleeps. Long rests won't have the effect long rests have. And
Okay.
he receives no benefit from long rests. And the longer it goes, he's going to have more and more worse hallucinations than just hearing voices.
we should get rid of this as soon as possible. This is a very powerful curse. You will gain no benefit from sleep or resting. And have you had any hallucinations? Seen anything? heard that-
Auditory, mostly.
They'll get worse if we do not correct this.
All right.
I-
Ithram, how much does it cost you to transcribe 3rd level spells for whatever school remove courses? Wait, you're a war wizard.
Yes. It not so much the cost as in the time it will take me. It'll take me about 6 hours to, or is it
I can
6 or But yeah.
Do it right now. I just need a diamond.
No.
What
I don't-
what kind?
100 gold. Well,
Okay, I'll go get a diamond. Be right back.
Bye. She's gone.
And this is one of those burn all your spell slots until it works situations. Carolina will yell back in.
We should probably get you hands on a curse removal scroll so you can start transcribing that anyway. Because this doesn't. We're going to be dealing with Elfinbot eventually. I feel like curses are going to come up more.
You think?
Looking for a scroll of remove curse that is compatible with wizardiness and a diamond worth 100 gold because we're in the adventurer district.
You can find both of these. The diamond worth 100 gold is going to cost you 105 gold. Because that's how
Gotta make a
markup
profit.
works.
Gotta make a profit.
Hey, only marking it up 5%. That's pretty much better than retail.
The remove curse scroll will cost you 750 gold.
Okay, so that's a total of 600 and
655
gold.
You better be happy about this, Gent. I'm burning half of my cash on it. Yeah, grab both of those. Come back.
Receipts?
I'll toss him the receipts, but
And he'll toss you the money.
okay. That was 600 and the
55.
Thank you.
You
Thank
have
you.
a diamond worth 100 gold, Titania.
Yep. So diamond dust. Cast.
What does diamond dust do?
That's what I need.
Cast
That's the
greater
component. It's
restoration.
Diamond dust.
Oh, I
yeah.
see.
Yeah, you dust the diamond.
You dust the
and then-
diamond.
Yep.
How much money would it cost to get a diamond dog?
that
Well,
depends on which one you
There's
want.
more Duran.
it depends on how much.
Actually, that's David.
It depends on the job you need because diamond dogs work on a per mission basis.
However, you will end up getting tuberculosis.
Do I have to make a roll?
Also,
on
you have to
that?
be the Homo Superior to
That's just-
use them.
Dispel magic, isn't it?
So, 5th level, one effect. One curse, including target's attunement to a cursed magic item. Any reduction to the sign. And it doesn't care what level the curse is. So yeah, no, you just cast it.
Okay.
You blow the diamond dust over Gent.
Um,
Gent is now wider than he was
spending
before.
another detect magic.
You're sparkly like a vampire.
I feel like diamond dust. I feel like diamond dust might be dangerous, especially if it's like not really well ground and it's kind of jagged because then
Well,
you're just
by
getting
the time
tiny
it
diamond
touches someone, it's
lacerations.
infused with magic and
magic.
doing magical shit.
Yeah.
It's magic.
Right.
It's absolutely
and the
dangerous.
dust is consumed.
But the dust, the dust does let it sort of burn away with magic.
I just feel like if you weren't casting a spell, if you just blew diamond dust at someone, that'd be like begging for like thousands of micro lacerations.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that would probably be like
Real bad.
Especially if they
Very
breathed it
bad.
in, like it would just
Yeah,
tear
and
up
like
your
tiny
lungs.
shards of glass.
Yeah,
I imagine it's a similar principle to asbestos.
yeah, or
Probably.
insulation.
Yeah. Fiberglass.
But
You're sparkly.
yeah,
Yeah,
fiberglass.
fiberglass.
Did it
insulation.
work?
With detect magic, the curse seems to be gone. You don't notice anything different. You
This
just don't
is the
hear a
first time
voice.
I've used all of my uses of detect magic for a day.
Well, if the voice comes back, then I will know.
Please let us
Um,
know as soon as
I
possible
will.
if you do.
I should.
Reaches out and just
probably-
sort of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Caroline.
Oh. No, sorry, Jeremy. I keep interrupting today.
No, you're good. Yeah, if you please let us know immediately if you hear anything.
Absolutely.
If it was probably contracted in the course of investigating your family's murder, it's not been around much longer than that.
Likely. I didn't start hearing voices until, well, it was
So, all right
sometime
with
at-
you,
at
I'd
the
like to
estate.
send off a update notice to the Geist just so they know to look out for it. It's probably something that targeted you, but just in case.
Yes. And we'll keep another diamond on hand just in case I have to go back in there and
You
it
can
isn't
buy
used up with the first
powdered
shot.
diamond. You can buy diamond dust. You don't have to buy a diamond and then dust it.
Yeah, but I wanted to.
And
It
I
takes a
was
long
just
time to
doing
dust
what
the diamond.
Titania
Workshop
said.
is for everyone.
Yeah, so
Right.
John, I'm gonna
I never
actually
had to use it.
file just like an update report
Yeah.
to Geist,
Mm.
saying we noticed a curse residue effect on Ghent, probably something targeted at him or members of that family, potentially location specific.
And I realized that I need a really fancy like mirror or a crystal ball. Ooh, a crystal ball would be cool. I could do like this. That'd be pretty neat. I need a nice mirror for the scrying if we want
All
to
right.
try that.
and
Let's go have a look then.
For right now, though, come here, you. And Valdez kind of grabs Gent by the collar and pulls him down to her face level, and just kind of locks lips with him for a second, and then lets him go. We're going to find him, and we're going to rip him to fucking pieces.
Excellent.
Oh man, I hope
And he
you
kinda
keep this
reaches
level
out
of
and-
enthusiasm when you meet him.
Brushes Titania's cheek. Thank you for the
Welcome.
cure.
So we go shopping.
It's that kind of thing
All
where it's
right.
like, we're gonna find and kill Sephiroth, and you find Sephiroth, you just wet yourself.
I mean, they still kept going and trying to find and kill Sephiroth after they lost that first time.
Oh, I
so-
know. It's just, it's one of those things.
And eventually it worked.
If you could just provide me with a small list of information to start with, friends, places known to inhabit, basically anything that might help.
So the main things that Ghent will be able to provide you on Alfenbar is a former member of and worked on the light wall in the zone for a while, which would have been about 2-3 years ago. Fairly closely tied to military and expeditionary pursuits
Oh,
for
good.
Taram's government and that sort of thing. Gives you a brief rundown on the very little bit of the other side of the hell portal that he saw him walk into the last time he actually knew that he was seeing him in the flesh. But yeah, no, and other than that, you would probably have to poke around Taram High Society to figure out who his friends and that sort of thing were, because I was basically kept in a closet most of my childhood, so I don't know a ton
That was
there.
my question. If Titania would know anything else, because I was in high society and I didn't
You
try and get
have-
close
That's
to
true.
or learn
Yeah.
anything.
You
but
have-
I fought my way into society.
Titania, you have zero memory of Alfenbar Minar. Like, you know the
Oh.
name just because Ghent has told you, but you have
okay.
zero memories related to Alfenbar Minar, which strikes you as weird.
Yeah, because I was in their house.
Yeah.
That's how I might get.
You can remember every member of Ghent's
remember him.
family except him.
Do I know anything having sort of bought my way, not like super high society, but into a place of comfort at one?
You have no information on the name. The only information you've ever
Never
received
heard
is
of the
from
name?
Ghent. Yeah.
Out before now? Okay.
I can poke around, see if there's any records I'm allowed to access.
That would be a good start. There's only so much digging into the military side that I can do
If
in
we-
my capacity. Military tends to look fairly askance at bounty hunters
Yeah.
Mass Deirdrick.
because we don't have
That's what I'm
oversight.
Though, if we can't dig anything up, asking someone from Titania's family, he might not be the worst thing.
Indeed. No, that would be a good thing regardless.
I don't remember him.
Which strikes you as
Sorry.
wrong, Ghent, because you know Alfenbar has met Titania.
Right. And he'll basically sort of recount the instance at that one party that Ghent was allowed out for at the Minar house. No, he was
I remember the
brief
party was
brief
wearing-
physical description, and
Yeah,
he met
had a
you, and
lavender
you were in
dress.
the
You remember
Right, and
everything
he-
about the party except Alfenbar.
Can I make like an Arcana check if it's possible? There's a memory spell or something.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, you make an Arcana check.
Ghent would be like,
Yeah,
is it
I'm gonna
possible
Arcana
that-
that
yeah.
shit too.
Yay, still
It
rolling
throws
those single
there.
digits.
Mm,
Despite my recent my
Social
recent
spells are
increases
not
in
my
certain
forte.
skills, Arcana is still +0.
So Ghent and Ithram, you do know that there is a spell called Modify Memory, which can modify a target's memory. Typically, it has to be cast. You don't remember Alfenbar ever casting that on anybody, but of course, you don't have all of his, things.
It's possible he
Ithram,
invented some.
in particular, you know that there are creatures who can wipe themselves from people's memories without using Modify Memory. These are typically demonic creatures or fey creatures, one of the two.
I have a strong leaning based from what I've heard about him.
You don't have any creature names
Yeah.
because if you had encountered them, they would have wiped themselves from your memory, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I've read a short story like this, except it's for vampires. So that's why you forget when you walk into a room.
I watched those episodes of Doctor Who.
There
Why are my arms covered in check marks?
is some possibility it a spell perhaps, but there are also, if your uncle has been dealing with demons, as you say, he may have, or some creature may have done something to completely erase their presence from your memories.
And you both know that if the Modify Memory spell was cast, it can be the memories can be returned with Greater Restoration or Remove Curse spell.
I can check to see if it's a spell. I still have enough for a few identifies.
Wouldn't be a bad
It's-
idea.
It's up to you though.
Titania, you willing to undergo a bit of examination before we go shopping?
We'll take
Yeah,
but a
go
moment.
ahead.
Cast identify.
You cast it
Pull out my
Identify
pearl.
on Titania.
Yep.
You rub a pearl on Titania's face for a little bit.
Just doink right on the
That
forehead.
tickles.
There does not appear to be any continuous magical effects on Titania right now.
There is no spell affecting you.
So a demon.
Would be my best guess. The
It's a fair guess.
Fae do it as well. Some Fae creatures, but if this is originating from Gent's uncle,
If there's memory erasing demon magic at play, there should be inconsistencies in records that might indicate that. I will.
We
look
need
into
to
it.
we need to
I
approach
hate
this at
books.
yeah. We need to approach this in two prongs. One prong, I am fairly proficient in hunting down demonic entities of some sort. I will start looking that direction. The other prong, since there are two potential options of who could have done this, Tanya, I think you need to talk to your family.
What?
You
think-
heard Ithram, either demons or fae. And yes, I am making an implication that I realize is not going to make me very liked, but it is a possibility, and we need to explore it. My hope is that it's wrong, but
But by any rate, Titania, if this is something that could originate from the Fae side of things, your family would be the experts, I think, that are closest to us on that topic.
Hmm.
Even if none of them are involved personally, they would probably be best educated on that.
it
side
could
of
have
things.
been done it could have been done conceivably if we follow this theoretical line as a form of protection for you.
Okay. Okay. I can do ascending to I remember all my family members' names. Hang on, sorry.
Big family.
There are many of them.
A long list of family.
Yes.
I've got literally one family member name to remember because I was shut in from all of them during my childhood. Sort of like Ghent, but for different reasons.
I have two family names to remember now.
I
You
can
forgot
do
about it,
ascending-
Darren, already.
She's dead,
Sorry.
and we're not allowed to resurrect her, based on what I've heard.
Oliver has something very important to say to everybody.
Oh.
What do you have to say, Oliver? Your name is very important. Can you say night night?
Night night.
Can you say I love you? Can you say Cthulhu is the overlord?
Wait, one part of that.
Close
Good
enough.
start.
Close
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
All right, night night, babe.
Start on that.
Gotta start him young. You guys get
Yeah.
gotta get that sound out.
Yep.
Mhm. I can do ascending to Brava and Philanderal. Or I mean, my great grandparents are also here in the city. And they have they're somewhere. Their door is somewhere.
Holds up that pouch that you're still not sure if the things inside it are alive
Yeah.
or not.
I've got a way to go find them, so I could go do that. I could do a longer conversation there. It's kind of
Okay.
hard. I
Okay.
think sending's really short.
Am I correct in understanding that your uncle did not maintain residence at your family's home?
He did for a short time. When he returned from the Light Wall, he spent about 1.5 years there instructing his children and me in arcane theory, some light practice, that sort of thing. No more than, I would say, 18 months, short of 2 years. And so at that time, it would have been considered his residence, I believe. But
he moved on from there.
But yes, once the demon night happened, we didn't see him again after that, as you
And
would.
you don't
And
know
most
where-
people assumed he was dead.
And you don't know, so obviously you don't know where he was living from that point.
In some sort of hell dimension, I would assume.
Probably fair.
Unless the hell dimension was just sort of, a tertiary, like a stop on the
Right,
map.
unless he was night crawlering on his way to somewhere else. Yeah.
Are his possessions from the time that he was staying there, would they still be in the house?
Unless he
I
left
need
some of his
somewhere to go
library.
off of.
I can take you to the room that was his study where he
The
did the
room where it happened.
summoning
the
and-
room where it
You
happened.
realize your house is currently a crime scene.
Yes.
Yes, that's
That might curse me again if I walk through the door.
Oh, I only need you to point out where it is. I will.
Kent will pull out a piece of paper and just sketch a rough floor plan
Lovely.
of the Menara
The
estate and
investigation is done.
indicate the room where Alfenbar had his study and opened a portal to the abyss.
Mm-hmm. I do not plan to interrupt the investigation. That said, I think we are all in agreement that
Ooh.
this needs to be handled by us. In terms of the uncle.
Oh, tracking down
Yes.
Uncle Elfenbar? Absolutely.
You could always wait until they finish their investigation in 2 days and then go back. And
No,
see
because then things are going to be taken away. Things that I might need. I will not take anything. I will not do anything to put them drastically off the trail.
All right, just make sure you're back in time for our job tomorrow. Yes.
Well,
That was his personal study.
Yes.
I'm looking around the room, trying to make eye contact with anyone possible who might agree this is a horrible plan.
She will fully return your look, but there is no sense that she thinks this is a horrible plan. I mean, come on. When you are hunting down criminals who are also criminals, so then probably being chased by the guys, this is part and parcel to what you do. You get into crime scenes where you're probably not allowed to be.
Before you go, and Gent's going to write a short note, basically telling, to whom it may concern, the Ariel has permission to investigate my family's holdings, yada yada yada. Signed, Gent Minar, and then he's going to take the signet ring necklace and just hand it to her. I want this back at some point, but
Of course.
in case anybody hassles you.
Fine, use your nobility to tie my hands.
I'm not tying your hands. You can still do whatever the fuck you want.
Except
I'm
for
untying her hands.
Please not be arrested at crime scenes, because then I will have to answer for the members of my mercenary company.
Well, all right. Carolina, as the legal expert on Geist protocols and operations, would a note and a signet ring of the family who owns the building in question be enough that you would think twice about whether or not this person is here under false pretenses or should actually be arrested?
No. Don't you have to make a roll?
Are you in the habit of turning people out of their entire homes when an investigation needs to take place in the same general area?
If those homes are important noble people.
So, for Carolina's background, there is a difference between a murder happened in the foyer and everybody in the house was massacred in the sitting room.
Yep.
Okay. So Caroline is going to go over to we definitely have the requisite shelf of games. Pick up the game of Clue, put it on the board. Just so we're clear, what happened in this house was not Mr. Green killed the guy in the study with the knife, and the guys need to figure that out. And while they're doing that, everyone else can fuss around and investigate on their own. This was dumps all of the player into the study. All of them died. When most of a noble house dies, yes, typically access to that house is restricted. Now, you are absolutely right that I, as a trainee, cannot prevent you from giving your signet ring and permission to enter a house that is probably at least partly yours to someone. However,
Amari can.
Amari can, and it does not go favorably to the position that I must assume we are taking, that you are not responsible for murdering your entire family, who, by the way, you have motive. You have a lot of motive and the same demonic background as your uncle. And I
didn't do it.
No, you didn't murder your entire family, and I'm not trying to accuse you of it, but my point is we are investigating this, and you are not making yourself look good.
You also gave the proof of your motive to the Geists.
I'm going to leave now. Have a lovely day. I'm sorry.
No, that is those are all absolutely fair points. Go do
Maybe
your
we
thing.
will wait a
Thank you
couple
very much.
days.
And I'm going to wait until Carolina exits the room, and then I'm going to look to Scuzz and say, "Hey, Scuzz, want to come with me to Kent's house?"
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Are you going to take the good time the good time?
Of course I am. Of
good time
course
blanket?
I am.
Sneaky good time blanket.
I'm gonna.
It's
bring
going
my-
to explode into a billion battle axes.
You want to know what Scuzz is smart at? Not
Made of
remembering when
soup.
not remembering when things exploded.
To
on
be
him.
fair, the thing that exploded into 102 swords was the defective cap, not the Fuditron 3000.
Yes.
Yeah.
But both of these are it inventions.
True,
Yes.
but one
Of
of them didn't
dubious
come
quality.
from one of them didn't come from Scuzz's cousin.
Very true.
Yeah.
So it might not explode into a billion. It might turn Scuzz into a golem of some kind, but it won't explode
Oh my
into
God,
a
I wanna
million
see what-
battle axes.
I would love to see what happens if something defective does happen with the Good Time Sneaky Cloak while Scuzz is wearing it. Just for shits and giggles, just to know what would happen. Either he's gonna explode or he's gonna be invisible.
You already
for
know
a
what
while.
happens. You get poisoned.
Get woozy.
Oh yeah, that's
Which
right.
is, great for sneaking around.
Also-
No, I'm being snarky.
Also,
Aaron
as a
Aaron is on
reminder,
board with this plan. Carolina doesn't want to deal with the paperwork of this plan.
as a
Legit.
reminder, Scuzz is still exhausted.
Yes, he is.
Yep.
So, Scuzz and Ariel.
I
is gonna
don't
be
know
great.
that. I don't know that Scuzz is mechanically exhausted.
Oh, no, I
That's
know.
the
No.
only reason.
The two of you go to the Minar house.
Yep.
Give me
Yep.
perception checks.
Okay. Exhausted means.
I feel like short of the net one, I should be good.
Remember, these are people that's past your passive perception.
25.
Better than your passive.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that is one lower than my passive now.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Nat
Expertise is a
one.
thing.
I'm
This is true.
tired.
So,
Boom.
Ariel, you can tell there are a number of geists around at the gates. There are two at the gates. There are two, or sorry, not geists, guards. There are only a few geists. There are guards at the gates. There are guards at the little overhang that you guys snuck in last time, because they saw the very clear path that one could take into the house,
Right.
and put a guard there. You
Right.
also see a couple of the geists that are investigating. Several of them, they're not trying too terribly hard to hide, but they are passively very good at being sneaky. So you're pretty certain that if you weren't looking for them, you probably wouldn't have noticed them initially. They're sort of moving around the grounds, expecting all over the place. They're moving in and out of the building. There are a couple on the roof that are examining. Seems like they're doing basically a head-to-toe examination of this building to see if there's any amount of evidence that they can use to locate Elfenbar.
What a coincidence.
Scuzz, you see the guards. The ones that
I
are
look
out
at
the
Scuzz.
gate.
I'm like, all right, are you ready to help?
Always.
I need you to distract as many gods as possible. In a way that does not get you arrested and does not cause problems for Gent or Caroline.
I'm glad I brought the cloak. And foolishly, Scuzz puts the cloak on.
Turn it on.
What do I? Yes, I turn it on.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Thank you. I don't have disadvantage on the saving throw.
No, because you're only at
Just
the
on
first level
ability
exhaustion. Yeah.
Ja. 14.
You are not poisoned.
Yay!
You do not have double disadvantage?
Yeah. That might happen. Okay, yeah, Scuzz puts on the good time sneaky cloak, and he let's see, what is he going to do? I know what Scuzz is going to do. It's a bad idea, but he's going to do it. He might kill himself. He's dumb. He's like, Ariel, you just hear next to him, he's just like, don't worry, I got this. And Scuzz, from far enough away and still invisible, kind of just like sits in front of where the guards are, and he casts Mage Hand, and he slaps one of the guards on the butt.
So this.
To clarify, you're taking a second level of exhaustion.
Yes, yes, I'm taking a second level of exhaustion
roll your hit
to
dice.
cast a spell.
Roll your hit dice.
And he takes 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage, a second
It
level
hurts.
exhaustion, and a large purple hand just appears behind one of the guards and smacks him in the ass. And let me make a
Doesn't have to
roll.
be fast, right?
Let me make a roll real quick.
Oh boy.
I suppose.
And I hope this guard is really stupid.
This
If you would
is-
like Scuzz to roll stealth.
I rolled a natural 1 on the roll.
Yes!
Oh no.
Woo!
I will note that throughout the entire formulation of this plan, Valdeth did not give her approval at any point.
So
You also didn't say no. It would have
So-
taken one no from you to stop this.
the guard jumps a little bit
She was conflicted.
and gets a very slight smile on his face as he looks at the guard sitting next to him.
Yes!
Thinking that his fellow guard slapped his ass.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And they start talking. Those 2 guards are distracted slightly.
How many
I'm
guards are
going-
out here?
There are 2 at the front gate, and there's 1 at the wall, 1 further along the wall where the sneaky route was. And then
Okay.
and that's all that you can
Uh,
see, Scuzz.
Yeah. Scuzz is like, I can sneak and try to distract the one up there too.
That would be preferable if you can get him off the wall.
Like get him off the wall. Okie dokie.
Can I do like investigation to figure out a way to sneak my way through this right now?
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Okay.
With advantage, because you know what the inside of the house looks like.
Awesome. If I
ooh,
fuck this up,
Ooh, do I do something
That's just
stupid?
tempting
I
fate,
mean-
Jeremy.
Your intro today was roller of ones, so
roller of ones, breaker of dice medians.
With a 14,
Not great.
you can think of a couple of different ways to sneak in here. You're not confident it'll work on the Geists. You're confident it would work on the regular guards,
Right.
but you're not confident you'll be able to sneak past the Geists. They're just too attentive, and you don't see any way for Scuzz to distract them right now.
All right. We are going to the other plan, which is as these 2 are distracted, I'm simply going to try and invisible paper or invisible psychic paper this shit.
Do
Okay.
you want me to do so I have something that can cause a bright light, and it won't be bright underneath the cloak. Do you want me to just go into the hedge maze and cause bright lights to appear and disappear? No, it's the rapier. It's the
I
star
know.
metal.
Right, yeah.
But yes, don't
Perhaps.
discuss the flesh.
No.
I can also
no.
start a fire.
I believe no, absolutely not. I believe I'm good. Let's see how this goes, because as anybody who's tried to get anywhere can tell you, enough confidence and just assuming you belong when you look the part will get you wonders.
Pinstripes are all they see.
Yeah, do you want a ladder?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
So you're going to try to just bravado your way into the building.
Look, it worked for Frank Abagnale Jr.
It did.
Essentially,
It did.
I'm going. If I get stopped, I'm going to just walk it with paper hola. If the paper being what permission I've been given. So it's actually something. It's not just like a blank piece of paper.
Are you going to wear?
If
Are you going to wear your Steelhearts cloak and pin while you do this?
no,
Okay.
because if this goes bad, it's not going. I'm not going to have this go back on them.
So give me a.
Just on Gent, who signed that
And I've
paper.
operated often as a solo bounty hunter without
Oh,
it
yeah.
successfully.
So give me a.
So yes, I'm going to essentially try to walk in. If they stop me, the story will be, I am doing a private investigation of the situation on behalf of noble family, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So give me a performance check with advantage because of your background.
Okay.
Because you have the proper tools.
Come on, roll well. I mean, that's not awful.
18's not bad. High or low?
Don't you do this to me.
You don't know what I'm doing.
You know whatever I say, the opposite's gonna be the case. Fuck it. You're rolling, not me, so let's you roll fairly even. Let's go. Let's try and game this as good as we can. Let's go high.
You sure about that?
So
When they go low, we go high.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeremy certainly went high right there. So you walk in. You walk up to the gate, full of bravado, as you do. You hold up the paper towards the guards, who are a little distracted and sort of look over, see a person walking with papers, and go like, yep, and step aside and open the gate for you. And you get through.
Right.
That part you were confident you were going to get through regardless. It's the geists that you're concerned about.
Right.
As you walk straight towards the front door, just full of purpose, heel to toe, hips swaying properly. As me going, oh man, I wish you had a mirror near you right now. In the back of your head. One of the geists who's like sort of crouched down. Usually, they all have these black cloaks with a very specific pen holding it on to identify each other. One of them sort of looks over at you and stands up, gives you a once over. Ariel, right?
Correct.
Working? Yeah, come on. And he sort of waves you through.
Yep.
Through the front door.
All right.
As you said
This
hi.
She's
Open
in.
behind.
This has either gone well or they are about to arrest you very quietly.
Because you said hi.
I make it inside, and there's just like 7 guys in like a circle.
Right, all pointing crossbows at you.
Yeah.
Fine.
Ah, the red wedding.
Not the face, please. Not the face.
Yeah.
No, you said hi and I rolled a 61, which meant that someone
Okay,
there
good.
recognized you.
Woo!
Ooh.
Goes
So-
sneaking behind quietly.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay. What
Advantage
to...
for invisible?
Disadvantage for being exhausted.
Exhausted, yep.
And
All right.
And also disadvantage for no, not poison, so yeah. So it's just
Not
a flat
poison.
roll.
It's just, I must say, it's just a flat roll.
Yeah.
But let's see if you get poisoned from using it.
Oh no, they've already made that roll and did not and succeeded
yeah.
it. So
26.
okay. You sneak behind. No one seems to notice. Ariel, you're inside the house.
I just
All right,
imagining.
and I am just gonna go to work in terms of I am looking for anything that is a scrap of evidence that I'm not taking anything.
Yeah.
Like I'm legitimately not trying to impinge on the Geist's investigation.
Yeah.
But anything that might give me somewhere to start, because I just need somewhere to start.
Give me an investigation roll.
Okay.
And as you're doing that, you sort of walk through because you're heading back towards the
Oh,
office
shit.
that Gent had given you. You get through the foyer and into the room where all the bodies were, and it's been mostly cleaned up. All the bodies have been removed. The blood has been mostly mopped up. You see that there's like a janitor in there with a bucket and a mop that's just scrubbing and muttering in one of the elemental languages. Just something. It's an Earth Ganassi that you see sort of like wearing overalls with a mop just going do.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Where did they take the bodies?
Somewhere.
Give me a history check, Scuzz.
Probably the morgue.
13?
The dead are typically taken to the Druidic Forest first, and then from there, either they are returned to the Earth in the Druidic Forest, or taken to a family crypt if there is one.
Ye old body dump.
I can't use my cool thing if there's no corpse around. So.
I'm sorry, my city has proper dead body disposal infrastructure.
Just
How
because
dare
of it
you,
earlier.
John? Really?
How dare you not leave your cadavers just lying on the street corner like a civilized fucking
In
person?
Taram, we recycle, and as the Druids say, everything.
Yeah, and that tone of voice
Recycle
too.
everything.
Okay. Yep.
Used
Scuzz
every
is
part
just
of the murder
following
victim.
behind Ariel then.
The Druids
I
are
got a
also
28.
the Druids are also the Emmys, so it's like, well, take it to the Druid. They'll give you a report, and then they'll turn it into fertilizer. So with a 26 on your investigation.
Yep.
You go through and you head down and you head into the study, which seems pretty much untouched from the way Gent had described it to you. And you
Okay.
pick up a book and open it. A book that looks like a journal and open it, and every page is blank. You pick up another book, open it, every page is blank. You go through all the books that are in this office, they are all blank. No titles, no text.
Arcana roll to see if it's illusioned or
Yeah, give me an
or
Arcana
there's
check.
some sort of magic-y trick to it.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
This man has been erased from history.
13. That's actually good for an Arcana roll for me.
You don't
Normally it's a 1.
you don't sense any sort of like illusion or anything, any illusion magic on it. And Esme in the back of your head remarks, "It's like these books are brand new, like they were never written in, or like they were just bought."
He did a very good job of hiding their tracks or erasing their tracks, literally.
Yeah, because it's
Or
like,
he's Willow Rosenberg.
it's like
Let me know that.
even if you erase a journal, as me says, even if you erase a journal, you can still see where it was written in because the paper will have been worn out. This paper all looks brand new.
Right, of course.
But yeah, as you're looking around, it doesn't seem like there's anything you could use in here, or the Geists could use in here, really. Other than the fact that there were probably words here once.
Right.
Which, I mean, it might be worth informing the Geist that he's managed to erase his own records like that.
You imagine if you noticed, they probably noticed too.
Yeah. So
a
since
room
there
full of
are-
perfectly new blank books is weird.
Yeah. Since there are a ton of books here,
Mhm.
I am going to. Do I know that Scuzz is following?
Give me a perception check.
Do, 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 do.
This guy's already beat your passive
27.
perception. 27? Yes. Yeah, you can hear the light sound of something moving behind you, and there's nothing there that you can see.
I'm taking one of the books and I'm just handing it back to Scuzz.
A little goblin hand comes out of the cloak, goes back
Yep.
under.
Like that, there is more than enough here in terms of evidence
Oh yeah.
for what the Geists need.
It's
If there's anything we can pick up off of one of those, then it's worth snagging.
it's the claw
I'm
machine,
gonna
just the
poke around, look for like hidden symbols under desks or anything in the fireplace.
Going off your 26
Um,
still,
Yeah.
there is nothing. You would swear nobody ever used this room if it wasn't for the books that were here.
Jesus. Fucking. Alright.
Like, if you wouldn't believe this was someone's study, except for the fact that Gent had told you it was.
this man has been retconned.
This in and of well, this in and of itself is something to go off of. Because this level of erasure, this is not going to be. There's only going to be certain levels of or certain entities who can probably do that. And as Jeremy looks through the Divinity Guide, because I know there's one. I know there is. My
Laretha?
mind vaguely remembers. What?
Larethra, the goddess of secrets?
Think that's it. Yep.
I mean, yeah, she could do this. Easy. The scale bearer is the other term for her.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That's all. That's probably all that we've got at this point. Fuck. It's very annoying. I'll just on the off chance Esme notices anything else that
No.
would be noteworthy.
You know, as the one thing as
Okay.
we notices was the books seem
Yeah.
brand new, and we'll reinforce the things that you're sort of seeing and like.
That's a
agreeing with
level
you.
of not only like suppression or erasure. That's like practically time turning. Like
Yeah. Yeah, Esme would get. There are certain things like, I mean, if you used like a wish spell to wish that that any evidence of your existence was gone, that would do this.
but I mean, I really hope that's not the case.
Would
That's-
also
that's-
it would also account for the memory loss, but then Gent wouldn't remember him.
Well, let's head back.
Unless it was a very specifically worded
This-
wish.
Yes. No, this seems more like this asshole has some friends in very high or very, very, very low places.
I would assume the lower one, the lower end.
Yes. That does seem accurate. All right, let's go.
And you leave.
This is where we learn that
Make nice with the geists on my way out.
Yep.
I will, just as a courtesy, even though they probably already know, pass along the things that I noticed.
Yeah.
Including specifically that not just erase, like they look brand new, etc.
They the one that
Um,
knows you indicates that they noticed that, and they're actually sending for a priest of Laretha to come in and see if there's any secrets that can be divined out of it.
If you find anything, let me know.
Yeah, we'll give you a loop.
Thank you. And we go.
Because there are benefits to being a
Make our way
vampire.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
That's what that background feature
Yeah,
does.
and then Yeah. Just straight back to the house. No,
right, so
no
Carolina
fucking around.
Carolina went to the night. Carolina went to
Night's Respite.
The Night's Respite. Or no, sorry, the Forgotten Night. Carolina went to the Forgotten Night.
Ah.
Titania and Ghent and Valdeth went shopping.
Yep.
Yep.
How
much does a crystal ball cost?
Does it have a
And
price?
it's got to be
Depends on how
1,000
much it needs
gold.
to cost.
1,100 gold.
Okay. Cool. Gent buys Titania a crystal ball for his birthday.
Every time you look at it, Styx's crystal ball starts playing for some reason.
Right, yeah.
I don't
It's
know
weird.
that one. But
good song.
okay. Thank you.
Ithram, were you going anywhere?
No, he already went shopping with Scuzz earlier in the day. So, I mean, he'll hand over his copy of the catalog from Argyle's trading company, seeing as how his copy should be showing up anytime tomorrow. But if they wanted to go there, and other than that, he's
Ithram
going to go back
introduced you
to
all to Sky Mall.
yeah. And then he's just going to go back to scribing Hold Monster until everybody gets back.
Titania was also going to buy 2 Universalist spell crystals of sending.
What level is sending?
Or sending, I believe, is 3rd level.
That's
I was
gonna
gonna
take
say, I think
so
it's
it's gonna
third.
be a week before you get those.
Okay,
You can commission them, but it's gonna take you a week.
got it. Oh, that's so long. There's not.
No, they don't have any ready-made.
Darn it.
They only have
do they
at the moment. At the
scrolls?
moment, they only have 1st and 2nd level ready-made. Yeah, they would have scrolls.
I
Spell
get,
crystals tend to buy out faster because you don't have to bleed to use them.
I'll get scrolls then. That's fine. I don't mind. I'll get 2 of those.
Okay.
How much are those?
750 gold
Ooh.
Each or
each.
together?
Each.
Each. Oh, I have 338 gold.
Are these ones that Ithram will be able to scribe?
No, these are just single-use ones, but I wanted to get the message out soon.
Right.
Right. I can sell. I've got.
Gen's gonna see if he can sell any of his remaining sandworm teeth. He's got 4.
I've got 5.
Let me see what they're worth right now on the market. Because the market in Terram is constantly fluctuating.
So we now wait for about 4 hours for John to do the careful economic calculation.
Of rolling a d20.
Exactly.
At the moment, those are going for like 50 gold apiece.
50 gold a piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
5. I'd get
9,
250.
so. Yep. So that would knock 450 off of the total cost.
4.
Yep. All right.
450. Okay. I'm selling all my sandworm teeth.
Yep. So your sandworm teeth.
Yep. That would be 450, and I've got 300. Okay, that's enough. I get a scroll.
That's enough for you get one.
That's one.
Gent will buy one as well then.
Oh.
Just blowing through all that gold. Good thing you gave Durin the 55,000.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to give one to Val. Valdeth. You can use it to talk to your mother.
I appreciate that, but I think we've got pressing matters right now. Those might need to be used for.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna send a message then. Hang on. I gotta.
As we do the sending word count game.
Oh boy.
Everybody's favorite game show. What can you say in 25 words or less?
A lot.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Do you know where your mother is?
Oh,
Exactly.
that was not.
I love the fact that you started counting there.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. She was convalescing in the Temple of Argon in Ilhanador, right?
Yes.
Mhm. Yes, they have her in the Temple of Argon there. One with the big sunbeam tree.
Oh, that's right. I
The one that
remember
makes you sparkle.
Yeah. That was a
Even
nice
when I
one.
don't have diamond dust getting blown all over me.
Yes.
Or, vampire.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Titania. I'm doing well, but I wanted to ask if you could check on Mrs. Minar at the Temple of Argon.
Technically be Miss because she's not married.
Okay,
Yep.
Miss. Oh yeah.
2 left.
Sorry, I meant miss. Shit, I'm running out of words. Fuck.
Titania, I think Titania would be correct. It's better than me at this. In case, and then it ends because I think it's was that
Well, no,
25.
in case is one
Oh, wait.
word. In case
In
is one word.
case, something.
There it is.
Is definitely 25. So
In case I'm.
Okay,
John,
there we go.
Did you just say in case is one word? It's not.
oh no, it's
Two.
two
It's
words.
absolutely
It's
not.
two
Yeah,
words.
right.
Super
That
not.
actually gets
Sorry.
25 before the
There's an artist whose name is in case as one word, and that's what I was thinking of.
Okay.
Okay. that
Go
makes
look it up. Alfie's a great comic. Anyway.
Oh, I
Hi.
had to
Don't
like
look it up,
roll
it's
for
porn.
losing hit points, didn't I?
Why
So
do
that-
people not to look up porn? People can do their own goddamn thing if they're adults. Leave them alone.
Yes, but not everyone wants to search porn, so they should know it's porn.
The
before they
first
search
page
it.
isn't porn.
What?
Anyway.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's even more deceptive at that point.
Oh, I had to spend. Did I have to spend a spell slot to
Content
cast that?
warnings should never
the
be
way?
judgmental. That doesn't mean they should never be given.
Yes.
Yes. You should still warn people. No, it does. You should use the spell scroll.
Oh,
so it
no.
doesn't take a-
That's right.
You know,
That's
Actually, no,
right.
no. You used a spell scroll, so it does take a spell slot. If you use a spell crystal, it doesn't.
Right. Uses
That-
a spell slot, but you don't have to make any rolls.
Yeah.
I
Cool.
suddenly have a very serious question about sending.
Yes.
Does it base it off the character's intent of word count, or does it base it off of what the universe actually decides word count is? Because there are people who spell into in space two, and there are people who combine words into particular, in one. So does it
Talk real
account for
fast,
your
could I do it?
typos? Is what I'm asking.
It doesn't account for your typos, but it does account for dialect because conjunctions still work as because shortening two words into one word like isn't or can't still works as one word.
Right. That's interesting. So if somebody's going along and they're like, blah 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 blah, and they come to something that they think is one word, but it ends up being two, they're gonna end up one word short, and
Yeah.
I want to see that happen.
It just happened right now.
Don't use your last word for any key information.
No, you shouldn't do that.
Who were you sending that to, Titania, specifically?
To my grandmother.
So Brava. Okay.
Rava, yeah.
You get back.
Seems like the more sensible of the two.
Are you sure?
Well, the other one's an archfey, so yes.
You get back.
Someone married an archfey.
You got cut off. But I get the message.
Okay. I think it went through. We'll
Excellent,
check.
thank you.
And I think she can send stuff, or they'll know someone who can send stuff if I
A
need to find
door,
anything.
as you're walking down the street, a door to your right opens and your grandfather steps out. Was there anything else you needed to add to that message? Because you get cut off in case Bravo's message didn't come back properly.
Hi! I don't know where did I get cut off?
It was at in case.
Oh, well, just in case, cause there's, I look over Get and like,
It gives you a "you're doing fine" kind of kind of look.
Onlookers,
In case,
onlookers meanwhile, are staring at the giant satyrs standing in the middle of the street.
Right.
fair. Just in case, cause I switch over to Sylvan because that's a much less common language. In case Gent's uncle murdered his entire family and we're worried that he might be going after his mom.
Oh my, that's very serious, he says back in Sylvan, and then looks over at Ghent. And in common, if you need anything, please feel free to ask.
Thank you so much. The main thing of concern is that my uncle seems to have written himself out of basically everybody's memory, it seems.
Yeah.
Titania has met him in person. I have clear recollection of this. She doesn't recall this meeting at all.
Oh, I mean, that's old hat for
And-
Archfey, but so there are many. There's
Right, but
there's many a
well,
lover whose memory I've written myself out of. Forget I
right,
said that.
Granddad.
You don't-
Did he just say, forget I said that?
Yeah, he said forget I said that, but you didn't forget he said that.
Yeah.
Inappropriate.
Is there any way around that?
Uh,
Especially his would probably be coming from a more demonic source. He consorted fairly heavily with abyssal and infernal.
it depends on what caused it. I mean, if an Archfey did it, go back to the Feywild and fight them or not, trick them, tell them to give you your memory back, anything like that. If a devil did it, contracts, break them. If a demon did it, punch them in the nuts and hold them by the horns until they say mummy. If it was a god, there's really not much you can do.
All right.
That's not true. You can fight God.
I mean, you can fight God, but
Dethrone God.
your memory is still gone, so it doesn't matter.
There's a great sound that's one around TikTok. That I'm hopped up on caffeine. I'm ready to fight God or die trying.
That was like that
That
was like
sounds
months ago.
exactly like
There's like
Raza.
millennials,
Right?
what they're doing in protest or what they're doing in quarantine, and one of them was like dethrone God or something like
Yeah.
that. It was on the news. It was hilarious.
But yeah, so that's... Is there anything else?
Not at the moment, I don't think.
He,
You
This
check
is this
and
is
you
complete.
take
This
a
is
look and
completely
see if
unrelated.
You can tell who removed my memory.
I mean,
Could
do you
you-
want to ask that before Valak asks her question?
Yeah. Could you tell who like removed it at all, or is that not something you can do?
Not really, no. Once the memory's gone, it's gone. The only way to get it
Okay.
back would be to take it back from the person who took it, and you need to know who that was.
Yeah, that's-
Completely unrelated, but would you happen to know where to get where to get a line on some ironwood and potentially someone to teach me how to work it?
Oh yeah, we're getting married.
Congratulations! How many rings?
3, and one of them's going to be ironwood. She says, pointing at Titania.
3's a good number. 6 is better, but anyways. In Ilhanador, many a tree shaper that you could talk to. I could teach you the ways. I'm not certain if you'd have the touch for it. It's not something that's very easy, and it takes several hundred years to master.
Could you just talk to a tree and get it to like grow in a circle?
Oh, me? Easily. Absolutely. It's not a problem at all.
I can talk to trees too.
Other people, not so easy.
Is that a thing that could happen? Okay. Right. Fair. Okay.
Oh, I have a very specific design, and I would very much like to be able to make it from iron.
The druid solution. Well, you just tell the tree that that's the shape you want.
Yeah.
Well, anytime anytime you have a few decades free, stay in Ilhanador for a while, and we'll teach you how to do it.
Unfortunately, I feel like the
3
wedding's going to be.
decades. Yep.
Unfortunately, I feel like the wedding will be within a decade.
Oh well. Well. Until next time, he snaps
Do
his
you want
fingers,
to
and
ask
you
the
all have a
Archfey
cree
about
puff in your
magical
hand.
aging problem?
Oh, actually, thank you for reminding me because that was on Valdet's mind.
He's just like stepping back through the door as you go.
Before you leave,
Yes.
do you happen to have the ability to undo magical aging?
Yes.
I point at Ghent.
You probably don't want me to do that. Unless you're just not very attached to your
What-
firstborn.
Sorry, what?
Hmm?
He smiles and ducks back through the door.
Probably one of those magic always has a cost sort of things.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's.
Or I'd be missing certain pieces of equipment prior to
That's-
or after
That'd
the.
be okay. Let's not.
You all are holding a cream puff, by the way.
Or the Archface just fucking with
Yeah, yeah.
Right, or he's just being, hey about it.
Yeah,
Valdet
yeah.
Stepped through the door and went, fucking mortals.
They're always so dumb.
Valdet eats the cream puff, I guess.
It's so
I guess
easy.
I'll have to get down to Ilhanador and just ask a tree shaper for help then.
All right, well, we've got a job tomorrow. I have to report to
Gent, do you eat the cream
the
puff?
guys afterwards. Yes.
Titania, you notice the gray hair and the wrinkles tighten back up and go away as Gent eats the cream puff.
What?
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna let that be a surprise. A happy
Okay.
surprise. Happy birthday.
Unfortunately, he wasn't lying about the bad effects.
Right.
That was the
Val-
last cream pie that Git will ever get to do.
So he's now wrestling with a demon for Gent's firstborn because presumably Gent's uncle has already sold his firstborn.
Probably.
That's fair.
Valdeth very specifically is just kind of like, oh, Gent, you got a little something, and she just kind of very gently smooths like the area around his cheek where there would have been a wrinkle where there isn't one anymore.
Thank you, love. All right.
You feel strangely
Anything else
energetic,
we
Gent.
Okay. Well, Archfey, I
Listen,
I
guess.
think he
Cream
did it.
puffs are sugar rushes.
Yeah. No, it's nothing but cream in a very thin veneer of pastry.
Yeah.
Here,
Yep.
actually, you might want to. Here's a reflective surface, she says as she offers the shoulder of her armor.
Why can
Oh,
why can
shit.
you not let any people's pranks play out?
Oh.
Well, because Titania had already it was missed, but Titania had just said, "I think he did it." So,
Well, I wonder what we're going to
Happy
name my
birthday.
second born.
I think he was just teasing.
Just kind of drape his arms around both your shoulders.
That makes you 20.
All
now,
right. Yes.
Tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow will be 20.
I have plans.
Oh, no.
And with that revelation is our end for this week. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.